Still says, oh, there it is.
Yay, we're live.
Live. So the day is April 27th.
There you go.
You are in Kenya, Nairobi.
All right.
You had the previous day met, what's that lady's name? Forsyth. Smith Forbes, sorry. Natalie Smith Forbes and Colonel Endicott had barged into the newspaper office and was sort of belligerent. And he got you guys to agree to help him with a murder mystery. And he was going to pick you guys up the next morning. I assume Matt's character Harvey had a late night or something, so he will not be joining you on your Jeep trip out to the.
Oh, God damn it!
Yeah, Harvey finally gets some.
I booted myself off.
But we have a new character, right? We have.
Yeah, we have girl. What's his name? Dr. Mike Boyer, who is a doctor of psychiatry. He's a psychiatrist who sent a letter of introduction along ahead of himself to explain that he was on staff at the hospital to which one of your associates was sent, and during his morphine-induced sort of ravings, muttered and mentioned various things he'd seen and experienced, and that Boyer's own experiences sort of dovetailed nicely, and he realized that there was something larger afoot. And he had also had contact with look at the dude. What's his nuts? My brain is like right now. Come on, computer. The Jackson Elias.
Oh, okay.
He had interaction with him.
Oh,
and so
okay.
he's aware. He's like, consider him a mutual friend.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
how I'm shoehorning him in. So when you get back to the hotel, this sort of hairy older gentleman with big bushy eyebrows and
pipe,
graying hair and a huge pipe in a tweed suit is there, and he greets you and says, greetings, my name is Dr. Boyer. I believe we have much in common concerning a certain growing threat. Time is of the essence. I am here to join you in your cause against the looks both ways really quickly, and he says, like, kind of like on the down low, cult of the bloody tongue.
I'll look at Nate, narrowing my eyes.
Yeah, you'll be sure pretty soon. Your skepticism knows no bounds.
I have experience with strange goings on. Nothing I could put my finger on until I overheard your friend at the hospital in his state. He suffered grievous burns, and they have him under a morphine drip to help manage his pain. But every so often he has lucid moments where he cried out about certain things he claims to have experienced in Shanghai and other places. And
those things we saw will haunt me the rest of my life.
Well, perhaps I can be of assistance. I have experience in matters of the mind. I can try to soothe some of the horrors, but I am also concerned, since you've had a infamous history with a certain expedition going missing and their handlers and carriers found slaughtered not far away. And that has been in the back of my mind. And then we had the noted author and traveler Jackson Elias coming in and putting his nose into things, and I gave him what assistance I could, but then he left, and I have not heard from him since, and my letters have gone unresponded to. But I just want to let you know I am here to offer whatever aid I can.
I guess it's tragic all the way around that our good friend is no longer with us. He contributed so much to this, the fight against this darkness that we're now embraced in. Your skills will be very welcome, as our patience and ability to cope with what we're experiencing is starting to wear thin.
I nod slowly.
So after introductions are done, like this jeep pulls up and Colonel Endicott shows up and he honks the horn for you guys to get into his jeep. And of course he opens the door for the lady to be in the passenger seat.
Perfect.
But the guys have to pile in the back.
All right.
I get in.
I pile in the back.
So it's like about a 4-hour drive to his lodge. And it's a very rough ride over rough terrain, but you eventually get to his lodge. It's on the fringe of the wilderness. You see inside the lodge, of course, it's one of those buildings with like stuffed animal heads all over the place, right?
Yeah.
So the lodge is near a water hole and game trails. So you can watch animals not far from the permanent lodgings. And then if you want night viewing, there's a night platform that's built for safety a few miles away from the lodge. And let's see what else. Animal heads. Yeah, zebra lion rugs. There's guns on gun racks everywhere. It's a long sitting room, kitchen, bath, servants' quarters, 6 bedrooms upstairs. Water is from a pump, and he also has a manservant there. But he tells you, where's the picture? Oh, he tells you his manservant doesn't speak. His name is Silent Joe. And he does the cooking and cleaning and stuff.
Well, it could be worse.
So
he's not gonna. Can we stay in the lodge?
Yes. So stay at the lodge, definitely.
So his thing is he makes money by hosting safaris or expeditions on his property.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so nobody.
So
go ahead.
You want to examine where the Peepoff died. I assume you want to do that, being investigators of some sort.
Sure. We can take a look. Or I could take a look. I don't want to speak for the group because,
Maybe it would be helpful, yes.
And there's no guests here other than ourselves at this point.
Well, that was the problem. See, your friend Forbes, she's driven away my business, publishing these slanderous lies about people being murdered and slaughtered at my estate.
But people have died, correct?
Yes, but
So
it makes it sound so horrible.
Well, death is horrible, sir.
Well, that's a natural thing. People die. Things die all the time. When I shoot things, they die. I mean, it's natural.
Well, yes, I don't agree. I don't disagree with that fact, but people dying unexpectedly.
Yeah, so the problem you're having is one of image, but yet it's backed by some certain facts. So in order for us to conduct a thorough investigation and try to address your issue, we need to really understand it. Can you tell us, you be honest, down to the detail, what has occurred? What are the circumstances of these deaths?
Well, I'll just show you. It's just a mile to where the night platform is, and I'll just show you where these people have died.
Is there some danger? Have you experienced a threat that's still lurking, or are you just mystified as to the disappearances?
Well, I think it's just some tourists that were they died through misadventure. But this Smith Forbes, she thinks it's like she tells of these local myths of strange creatures murdering people. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean,
is she publishing something?
Yes, in the paper, of course, and it drove away all my business.
Do you have copies of her publications we can review just to see what her perspective is?
Well, let me see. Hey, Joe, dig through the trash. These people want to look at the paper. And so Joe goes to the trash, pulls out like coffee stained, and there's like unknown food substances and stuff on this newspaper, and he like pulls it out. And it's sort of a little bit damp and dirty, but you can look at it if you want.
Okay, yes.
So these people who were your former customers, when they went to the platform and they were killed, where were they found? On the platform or below the platform?
Below the platform. That's why I think they made a mistake. They should not have left the platform, and then the hyenas or whatever predators came and attacked them, and then maybe more of them made the mistake of coming down to aid them as opposed to shooting the creatures, and then they got overwhelmed.
So where were you when this happened?
I was at the lodge taking care of the people that were at the lodge. They were just supposed to stay at the platform, and then, later when day breaks, they can come back to the lodge.
So there was no one knowledgeable was there with them.
Oh, they have enough protection and everything, and due to certain circumstances, I have less people here than normal. Usually I would have one or two people with them. But
so you sell your services to big game hunters who want to come claim trophies. What are the most dangerous animals that your patrons hunt?
Oh, lions, cheetahs, rhinos, and impala's. We have many things you can shoot. Zebras, wildebeest, impala, a giraffe, warthogs, ostrich. Once in a while, an elephant might show up. And then in the river area, there are crocodiles and hippos.
Do you have an assortment of weapons that are appropriate for hunting those big game that we can arm ourselves with since we are going out in the wild?
Yes, he points to the wall. There's all these shotguns and rifles. Take your pick.
Hey.
And they're well taken care of. They've been cleaned. They look like they're in tip-top shape. They're not abused or rusty or old.
How far a journey from here is it to the location?
Oh, it's just a mile. That's the other thing. It's just a mile from here. With the Jeep, it's like 2-3 minutes at the most.
Okay. What about the rooms where these individuals were staying? Are they still occupied by the individuals' things? Or
no. The police have taken everything back and given back to the relatives of the deceased.
Okay. Do we have is there a handout for the article, or
no, there isn't. But basically, Natalie Smythe Forbes talks about local stories of strange small creatures in the area of the murders, but she does not think it's unreasonable that grazing animals might shun the area where large predators are found. So there are, and there's some stories of maybe some tribal religion or cult that is connected with this phenomena. And she says she doesn't think the colonel has done any wrongdoing, but it's her duty to warn people of the danger of the area not to go there.
Yeah.
So because obviously I missed the start of this. I take it this guy knows the spot where that shunned area where they found dead bodies.
Well, he says it's not shunned. He says it's shunned. And also, the police and military stories says it's either a pack of lions or jackals had happened upon the tourists.
So, does he have an elephant gun on the wall?
Oh yeah, there's one there.
Oh yeah.
We definitely want to arm ourselves to the teeth. Yeah.
Yeah, he has all this weaponry.
As I recall, didn't someone mention something about cultist activity last session in regards to this, or am I mixing stuff up?
Maybe he. It's because you asked about it before, so maybe it was brought up. So the same information.
Okay. All right. Is it early enough in the day that we can go out today, or
yeah, you can, because he picked you guys up early in the morning, and then it took 4 hours to get here. So I would say it's near noon. Like maybe he'll have Silent Joe make lunch for everybody first, and then
okay,
and then you guys can go out. Have lunch. Like there's stewed meats and stuff, and sandwiches and iced tea, and it was a pretty good bit of food.
All right. Yeah, we'll definitely make use of it. Get treated well before we go out into the plains or whatever.
Cucumber sandwiches.
Yeah.
With the crusts cut off.
So after the food, you guys get in his Jeep. He drives out to the platform. So he's at the he drives around and shows you where some of the bodies are found, but they're not all clustered together, but in different areas. And you guys can do a idea or navigate roll if you want.
Hell no.
Yeah, I mean that's why we need a guide. That's why they come here for guides, because the people who show up don't have navigate skill.
Okay. All right, I got a hard success.
Oh, you're good.
Was it the navigate or the
Idea.
Oh, so you're looking at this, and you realize that they put the platform on top of a sort of a hill mound area, and so it overlooks a large area. And where the bodies were, where he pointed it out, they seem to be clustered around the platform. Like, more have died close to the platform and further away, as if maybe they were either together and then they dispersed or something like that. But it's not like they all went somewhere and then got attacked, but it seems like they sort of got either they were together and they ran away further out, and then some people were killed close to the platform and some further apart, or whether they were sort of dragged away from the platform.
So it looks like they were running from the platform and were killed while running, yeah?
Yeah, that's
Maybe.
a possibility. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mentioned that to the group. I said, it looks like they were killed while running away.
He goes, oh, that's stupid. You're in the platform. You're safe from these animals.
How tall is the platform? Is it taller than an elephant? could reach?
Yeah,
or-
yeah. Let's see. Do they have a description? That goes, well, take a look. So I think the platform's maybe 20 feet up at least, right?
And you get it up there by a ladder?
Yeah, so you can take a look. There's a rickety wooden ladder
Oh, wow. Okay.
that so the platform's on stilts, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, who's first?
I will climb.
Okay, you have to do a climb roll.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay. Oh, of course not. Nope.
This is so
Oh,
bad.
boy.
So,
Should we
so
have
you
rope
go
that?
up there, and you realize this platform, this ladder is like, it doesn't fit OSHA standards at all.
So I'm gonna try my climb roll just because I want to improve it if I can.
and as you go up there, one of the railings just, the rungs just sort of pop off, and you fall like, and you take 10 points of fall damage.
Ow!
Holy crap!
Oh, wow.
Just pulls out,
Hmm.
fall back onto the ground in a hard way.
Ow.
Just,
That's
Ow.
hard.
I'm like,
Maybe we
I'm like,
discovered how his patrons died. They got
ah!
eaten by animals with it. No.
Do you have a backup character?
oh, you should be careful there.
Sir, obviously you run a respectable business here. My first suggestion would be that you ensure that your stands and your perches are very safe for your patrons. This could be a source of a visible accident.
I think I know how they died.
Well, maybe if you lay off some of the Oreos, it'd be easy to climb up.
Okay, so that was like half my hit points.
Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
If it is, make a con check.
I'm not a combat monster.
Make a Constitution check.
I'm a scholar and a scientist. Okay.
So I'll turn to him and say, sir, since you have experience climbing these types of apparatus, could you please climb on up with this rope and attach it to the top so there's a safety line for the rest of us?
Are you conscious?
I did not make my con check.
You're
Oh,
unconscious.
no.
Wow.
Do we have some first aid going on here?
Yeah, I'll
Let's see.
try first aid. Oh boy. Oh. Someone else try.
Yeah, someone else can try.
I'm gonna try it. I'm at 36. Nope, I didn't make it.
Oh,
We do.
no, only two can try.
Oh, that's a good job because I've just rolled 100.
Oh my god!
No, that was
Oh,
That's my character's entrance. Like, da, da, da,
Add that-
let me put him in a jeep. I'll drive him back to the lodge, and maybe he'll recover after some rest.
I'm pretty sure I broke my leg or something because I got like 11
Please
hit
do, and
points.
please do, and if you could call a local physician to see.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I'll drive back to Nairobi and take him to the hospital.
Well, is there a jeep that's gonna be left out here so we can drive
Yeah,
back?
there isn't. He has the car, right?
Oh man.
Is he gonna?
uh,
Is his assistant gonna stay out here with us?
Did he say he wanted to help?
You
He's
could
no
walk-
help.
You could walk back to the house. It's only a mile away. It's not like
I mean, do we know where it is when we went?
yeah. If you go up the platform, you can see it.
Okay.
But you know which
Alright.
direction you came from too. So
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I want to start by looking around down on the ground.
okay, so he'll bundle up your doctor into the car.
Wow.
Jeez.
He takes off. So he'll be back in like it's 8 hours, right? 4 hours each way. He'll be back in 8 hours. So what do you want to do?
Yeah. Let's look around the
Why?
ground first.
You gonna check the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks like. Well, how far are you gonna look? Like all over the place, or just
Yeah. I
around
mean,
the
we need to
platform?
because because animals could have dragged it a ways from the platform. So we need to start. We need to do like a, what do you call it, like a spiral search, where we start into the platform and work outwards a good distance.
Yeah, do either. Tell me if you're using track or spot hidden. I mean,
well, spot hidden would definitely be my strength. I don't have a good track, but yeah, I definitely want to use spot hidden because I have my.
Yeah, so it'll be harder than track, but it's
Yeah. Okay, my track's only 10, so I'm gonna use spot hidden. Okay, I rolled a 27, and then I'm gonna roll my bonus die, which is a 20 also, so 27.
Oh, that what's that level? Is it like a hard?
That's a hard. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so that's good. So you're looking around and you're walking around, and you see there's also the reason they built this platform here. There's a river not far away from here where the animals come to get water, and a few hundred yards from the river, you see these small footprints. Like they look like child-sized footprints. And they head away from the river towards another, like, sort of a hillock that's lower than where they built the platform.
Okay, I'll call attention to it. I'll bring him over.
You notice so if you follow footprints, I guess everybody's following the footprints.
Is that what we want to do? Do we want to follow? Okay, all right.
They go to they look like it goes into these little tunnels, but the tunnels are really small, like maybe a size rabbit, or they actually tell me what's everybody's size.
Size. 70.
Where's my character sheet? Oh, it's like I accidentally closed my sheet. Where is it? Oh, faster! Size... Oh, 85. Yeah, I'm the tall one.
Okay,
right?
so both of you're looking at this and it's like, oh, this is too... Definitely, you can't even try to squeeze into this tunnel. It's just too small.
Tunnel into the hill?
Yeah, it's like maybe a rabbit tunnel, but bigger, right? It's like maybe the size of a small child.
Yeah. We probably have a flashlight, right?
Yeah.
I shine into it.
Yeah, it just goes in and then it like goes down and then turns, and yeah, you can't see too far because of how it turns and twists.
Well, I don't think we want to go get caught up in small tunnels where we're cramped and there could be a creature in there. I wonder if maybe we should return to the lodge and maybe he has some hunting dogs or something that we could get that we could send down these warrens.
Yeah, maybe there's like maybe they were killed by some weird spiders or something.
Well,
I
that's
heard
bites, right? And then the locals police think it was jackals or lions. Or something.
True, yeah.
But these are clearly little human child footprints.
Yeah. Like toes and feet, like human footprints, but small.
That's weird.
It's the little people.
Living in warrens. Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't want to go climbing down some holes. Especially when we're a man down. Maybe we should just go retreat and make sure our friend's okay and give him some information.
So head back to the house.
Yeah, unless we want to go up on top of the stand, but I don't know if it's safe. Maybe if we use some rope to climb up.
Yeah, you could use some rope or something.
Okay, yeah, let's try that.
Yeah. Do climb with a bonus die then.
Oh god, that's still not good. If someone stand below, get ready to catch me.
Or you decide not to climb. I mean, you realize like, oh, I don't know.
I don't know. Do you think it's worth it? I have a 30 climb.
This guy tried to that doctor tried to climb up and he just fell and smacked the back of his head when he fell.
I mean, I want to try to. I want to use the rope to like rope myself up. Like every time I climb a little bit, rope myself so I can't fall too far. All right, I'll try it. with a bonus die. Okay, roll 50. Nope, didn't make it. Here's the bonus die. 70. Nope, didn't make it.
So you have this rope and you're tying yourself up and then like making it tight and everything. And at one point you're like, hey, this is not bad. You're looking down, you see where the house is, and then where you had the rope tied, that part of the ladder just breaks off and you tumble down.
Oh, wonderful.
And you take 5 points of damage as you hit the dirt.
That's why these people died. You can't get up like that.
They died trying to climb up or down.
All right, I'm out.
You know where the house is.
Okay, let's walk back to the house.
So you walk back to the house, and you see Silent Joe there looking at you.
He's laughing at you, Hurley.
Yeah.
And he's like looking at you, and you could tell he's like wondering, like, because there's only like 2 of you guys, right?
Yeah. I think, right? Because there's 2 of us, yeah.
Yeah, somehow Harvey showed up and disappeared.
I would like though to try to get up there, and
You're gonna try.
yeah, I rolled a 14 though, only with the bonus die, so yeah.
All right.
Oh, you actually climbed up there.
Yep. Yep. And I managed, so.
Okay, you get to the top. You see 7 cots. There's 2 rifles up there. 2 Enfield. Oh, excuse me. 2 Enfield bolt rifle action rifles, Webley pistol. There's rounds of ammunition.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a yeah. So you see that. Oh, yeah. You see a case of Glenlivet Scotch. There's cans of food and water, binoculars, 2 binoculars, and you see the banks of the, I can't pronounce this, Magathi River. It's a 3-room hut on stilts.
Oh, there is a hut actually up there.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Walls and observation windows and stuff.
Oh, what did? Oh, yeah. So first, I would like to look into what's the word? Open the weapons and see if there have been if they were used to shoot. You know, like if there are bullets missing.
Oh well, you know, the colonel had come back there and cleaned up, so.
Oh man, god damn it. Okay.
But you can tell the ammo, but you don't know, right? The boxes aren't new boxes, so it is missing ammo, but you don't know if it's missing from previous supplies or whether.
So in that case, yeah, I would look into the hut.
Yeah, it's pretty well taken care of.
And he probably cleaned in there too, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Or he didn't clean there, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Still, I walk around and give it a search.
Yeah, roll a spot hidden.
Oh, for fuck's sake, that die is weird. I look around and I don't find anything, and I just think, oh shit, there has to be something. Now, after I climbed up here, and I would like to push.
Okay.
What happens?
So.
Damn, the whole thing's gonna collapse.
oh God! Nate, just shut up!
I'm just thinking.
I get out of the way at the bottom.
There might be a weak piece of flooring or something that you step on.
Okay. That's fine. Oh, please. Oh, god damn it. Honestly. That's impossible. Yeah, 95.
Oh, so you step on some weak part of the floor, it breaks open, You take 9 points of fall damage.
Ow!
Fuck's sake!
Ow!
Ow!
What's your con? I know. What's your hit points? Max hit points?
30.
Oh, you're fine. So you're just.
Oh.
Jesus. Okay, I think this investigation will kill us if we keep going. I
Yeah.
think this-
There's something wrong here. I don't know. This is not
I think
good.
the first thing that's wrong is this guy needs a safety inspection. If he's obviously not too concerned about his guests falling to their death, then he's got bigger problems.
Wow. God damn it. Yeah,
So then you head back to the house, right?
You had that.
yes, I'm done.
Are you guys limping? Are you guys limping and stuff? Probably, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, spirited leg, yeah.
So you show up, and you see Silent Joe. He's looking at you, and then he's just shaking his head.
Silent Joe, don't say a thing.
Oh man.
And you see him like grab a hammer, some nails, and some boards, and he picks them up, and he heads towards where the platform was. So where he came from.
This is good. This is a good idea. Yes, I shout after him.
He waves, and then he goes,
Is there another vehicle here that?
"No, there's no other vehicle." And he waves, and he actually says, "I told him to fix that ladder." And then,
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's just eat and relax.
Uh-huh.
so it's 8 hours before he comes back, and he'll bring the doctor back with him because they just need to get there, and then they'll get medical attention, and it's a die 4. So roll a die for that.
Rolls roll on me.
Yeah, recover die 4.
Me too.
I can't
No,
take the
well, you do the
pressure.
first aid.
Okay.
You can
God
first
damn it.
aid each other or whatever.
Wow, I'm at 13 hit points now. Gee,
So
Got a
can
two.
the
am I better?
can the doctor see to us as well?
Oh no, he drove.
I'm at the hospital.
Yeah, Colonel Endicott drove him to the hospital.
Or the doctor's. I know what your problem is. You got a
Oh, I
bone.
thought he was bringing the doctor back. No.
No, he's just driving to the hospital, having him taken care of, and then driving him back.
And then the doctor goes, "Hey, you know what the problem is? You got a bone sticking out. It should be inside."
Yeah.
But you guys can first aid each other.
Poked it back in.
I tried already at Nate, so the professor can try on Nate again.
Well, I think you can try yourself, and then Nate can try you, and you can try Nate, and Nate can try himself.
Okay.
Because by the time they come back, it's past the time where you can do first aid. So.
Oh, so okay. Oh, I actually did it. for
Okay,
me.
so die 4 on yourself, right?
1.
And I guess Nate can try himself because Marlene tried Nate. and failed.
Nope, I didn't make it.
No, so you just have to suffer.
I don't push that on you. That could kill you.
So after 2 hours or so, while you're sitting around, Silent Joe comes back and with the hammer and stuff, and you actually heard like a mile away him hammering. Like, and then he comes back.
All right. Well, then yeah, let's just tell him that we all fell off the platform and sustained injuries, so that may be his problem.
We're gonna
Yep.
sue.
He shakes
Oh.
his head, and he goes,
Mystery solved.
Yeah, really. Jeez.
It's the case of the dangerous ladder.
Although there were bites, right? So
Yeah.
yeah. I guess the platform won't do that.
Well, no, they fell off. They got knocked unconscious, and then like hyenas came over and nibbled on them. That's what happened.
So yeah, Silent Joe, he's like 8 hours. He'll probably make dinner for you guys. And yeah, and then the rooms upstairs are nice. I mean, clean linens and everything.
Yeah, when I get back, I'm just going to lay down and try to recuperate because I need more hit points.
Okay. So are you guys doing anything until just staying here until the Colonel comes back, or?
Yeah, I don't think there is much to do here, right? I would maybe walk the house or the lodge and where I can go or where I think.
Yeah, there's nothing unusual. It's just that there's a lot of weapons everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, no. In that case, I don't think I would do anything else.
Okay, so the Colonel comes back. It's nighttime, and he brings back the doctor, and he goes, "So, did you find anything?"
A lot of injuries.
What?
A lot of injuries.
Oh. What happened? Were you attacked by hyenas?
No, yeah. We had some problems with your platform.
What?
It's very unsafe.
What are you talking about?
Well, look at. Don't you see how we look? We fell down. We broke through the floor.
You were okay when I left.
Yes, and then we started to go up there. It was terrible.
Well, let's. So did you find anything?
Well, no, I broke through the floor when I finally made it up there.
You broke through the floor?
Yes.
Well, let me go take a look.
Don't fall through the floor.
So he gets in the Jeep and drives off. And maybe only 5-10 minutes later, he comes back and goes, "There's nothing wrong. Everything's fine."
Well, you are maybe used to your platform. Just saying.
Everything's nice and sturdy. I was just there.
We probably now rooted out every unsafe part of this platform. Yes.
Well, if that's the case, are you willing to tell this newspaper lady that my place is fine? That the deaths were just accidental and nothing to do with some stupid, crazy tribal curse?
Well, I'm not sure if we should do that. And I don't think we are finished here.
No. I was gone for 8 hours. Did you find something then?
Well, let's see. You want us to tell her it's safe, yet all three of us sustained injuries, one of which had to be rushed to the hospital. So
that's not a good argument in your favor.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Oh, you actually said that out loud?
Yeah.
Goes, well, it's your fault you fell. I mean, it's not my fault. Weak hands.
The ladder came off in my hand, okay? The rung popped off in my hand.
I'll tell you what. We're willing to make a deal with you. We will go to her and tell her what you want, which is it's safe. And we found no evidence other than evidence of, the beasts that are, of course, a danger out here. If you provide us some of these weapons as souvenirs.
What? These are like well taken equipment. I need that for my business.
Well, you also need a good reputation for your business, or you won't have any clientele that come out.
Well, what do you need?
Well, what do we want, guys? I think we want some of those high caliber hunting rifles and shotguns.
I like the elephant gun.
Yeah. A couple of elephant guns, a couple of shotguns. Yeah. That's what we want. And ammunition.
So do you have a a bargaining or
Let's see. I got.
or even persuade. But I'll give you a
Yeah,
bonus.
I have a persuade of 35%. I think that's my best.
Or anybody with good bargaining or something. Or yeah, I'll give you a bonus die because
Is there a bargaining skill?
I think there was.
I no.
Oh.
And does he have access to dynamite?
No, he doesn't have dynamite.
You never know, right?
Good
He might like
question,
a
though.
fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think persuade's my best.
Okay, I'll give you a bonus die.
Okay. All right. Here we go. 35. I made it exactly, but let me roll my bonus die. I don't know if it
So
would matter.
he reluctantly agrees.
All right.
And he says he'll take you back tomorrow morning.
Okay. All right. He'll have to explain it more when he has more patrons get eaten by little rabid Warren children.
So in the morning, he drives you back, your weapons and ammo and stuff, and he takes you back to the newspaper office where the lady is, and he's gonna wait there as you tell her what you're supposed to tell her, right?
Okay, that's fine. We'll tell her.
You're gonna tell her? Okay.
Yeah.
The only thing dangerous is the ladder.
So he's satisfied, and then he
As we all limp into her office. It's perfectly safe.
Oh my god. Okay. Which is hilarious. You just totally bypass that part of the scenario, but that's fine. Because I don't see none of you wanting to crawl into that hole. So.
No.
Yeah.
I do not want.
I
don't
wonder
want
what
to read
size Harvey is.
a live version of the murderous Watership Down. No thanks.
Yeah, so you have a couple of rifles and elephant gun.
Great.
So
very good.
What rifles do you want?
Well, so like a couple of them are like really big game rifles for taking down elephants, right?
Yeah, you took
And
one
then-
elephant gun, which is one of his prized possessions, and so that does 3d6 plus 4.
Okay, and then some hunting rifles. They're
And
like
it's a double barrel gun, and then
okay.
it's gives you a rifle. They're the Lee Enfield rifles. They're 2d6 plus 4, and they only fire
Okay.
one shot per round. But they
Okay.
can hold 10 bullets in the magazine.
Okay, that's fine. Who's good with rifles? I have a pretty decent skill.
I don't. I'm not good with that.
What about, is your firearm skill more?
I have a
I think they're both bay. Oh, actually, no. My firearms handgun is 50.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so yeah, sticking to a pistol is probably good for you. And then, what about what's your skill, Dave?
I have a 25 in rifle.
Okay, so maybe I should take the hunting rifle,
Yeah.
or I mean the high caliber one, because I've got the highest percent with that. Okay, when we go do our rest of our investigation, but we've got our shotguns that we smuggled here and our pistols, though, right?
Yeah. That's
So
good.
these will just be our big guns that we break out if we need to.
Yeah, and then those are actually pretty much legal in the area because people have all the time.
Sure.
It's just that you don't carry it around with you in the open, right?
So where are we in terms of clues and investigations? I think didn't we arrive at the conclusion that there's really nothing to be gained from going all the way out to the massacre site? Because one, we don't know where it is, and all the people who do are not here.
Well, if you talk to people, you can find out where it is, but you don't. You don't know where it is exactly, right?
We don't. Do we think anything is to be gained by going there? Because it's such a long, cold trail.
I don't know. I thought one of the things we were going to talk with the. Look at the notes. Hold on, me. I thought we were going to talk to some of the shaman in the area, as well as that's good.
Say again. You talk to who? What?
I'm going through the notes. There was the one fellow that he talked with that kept saying that the Bloody Tongue was not of Africa.
Yeah.
And I remember we were thinking about talking with him at one point. It's Johnstone Kenyatta.
And didn't we try to find him? I thought we tried to find him.
You haven't tried yet.
Oh. Okay, well then, let's try to find him.
Yeah, we should do that then. Now that we failed so marvelously. Jesus.
Yeah, because he had knowledge of a high priestess who was part of the Mountain of the Black Wind.
Yeah, we definitely want to talk to him, man, for sure. How do we find him? Is there a clue? He's
I'm reading right.
Who's Mrs. Smythe Forbes? Because she apparently knew about him.
She's the newspaper lady.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we can talk to her. Maybe she'll know where to find him.
Yeah, we have to talk to her anyway, right? So,
Because he may be a good guy to like get our back and have him investigate with us and give him one of these rifles.
Mm.
We need some NPCs with shooting skills. Okay, so let's go back to the Nairobi Star and see if we can.
Okay. So you ask about Johnstone Kenyatta.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so she goes, Johnstone Kenyatta. Oh, he's a revolutionary. Some people say he's a charlatan and a witch doctor. He lives in Blacktown on Mariana Street.
How will we find him?
But most of the time he can be found in the office of the Kikuyu Central Association. It's a black African organization devoted to gaining black representation of the colonial government. Anyone in Blacktown, you can ask them whether they're Kikuyu tribesmen or not, can direct you to the questioners, to the KCA offices, and you'll be able to find him.
All right. Thank you for the help.
And let's go. Oh, Blacktown, though. Do we need security or something? You said it's dangerous.
Well, you would just stick out. I wouldn't go in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Yeah, because he mentions in his interview that he was going to do some follow-up interviews in Blacktown after speaking with Kenyatta.
Mm.
I'm going to try once more.
Hey, we hear you.
Hey.
Yeah. I'm going to try once more.
They left the hunting lodge and they're back in town.
We got our butts kicked by a ladder.
Oh, yeah. You missed the fun.
Wait until you run to the gazebo.
Oh, jeez.
What?
That's a
Don't,
running
no,
joke.
not a gazebo.
Not a gazebo.
No.
Yeah, it's the most fierce enemy we've faced so far.
Ow.
So yeah, you go to the morning. Yeah, this is only about 2 p.m. So you go around town to Blacktown, and then you see it's more. It's the segregated town. So you go there, you do stick out a little, but people seem to just avoid you. And then I guess you either ask somebody on the street or you go to a store or something.
Well, didn't she give us an establishment to go try?
Yeah, she told you to ask somebody in Blacktown where the KCA is.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's-
okay.
The stands for the QQ. I'm going to murder this. QQ Central Association. Is that like a? Is that kind of like a leftist organization, or what is it? Political, or is it just like
It's political. They're trying to give them rights. They're trying to get their rights from colonialism.
Okay. And the other thing is, he also has a note. The colonial secretary was out of the area when he was here, and he said he was away until 8/9. So I don't know if that's August 9th or what. But so that might be someone else we want to take a look at too.
Yeah.
So yeah, at least we can talk to this Kenyatta guy and see what he knows.
So you ask somebody where this KCA is.
Yes.
So they point out some sort of building to you, and you find out in the front there's like this small little flag that's been, pinned to the door frame or something. So you notice. And you go in, and there's like an office with some people sort of doing office work and stuff.
And I ask for, is there a Mr. Johnstone Kenyatta around, or does anyone know of him?
Yeah, they this gentleman, if I can find his picture. What is going on? Oh, okay.
Ruh-roh.
So this guy. This guy comes up and yes, I'm Johnstone Kenyatta. How can I help you?
I'm Dr. Michael Bowyer. I'm here at the local hospital, but I am with these gentlemen and young lady, and we are investigating strange disturbances. I believe a mutual friend of ours, Jackson Elias, has spoken to you some time ago regarding this.
Jackson Elias. I met him. Yes, I met him. He was here a while ago, and it matches up with your notes, right?
Okay, and we would like to talk to you about what you spoke with regarding your conversation with Jackson Elias. Also, anything pertaining to the Carlisle expedition that met its dire end not too far away.
So that was what Jackson Elias came here to talk about, too.
But you seem to know a little bit more about that. It just wasn't just raiders. It was something unseemly.
Well, it just didn't seem quite right. There's. Well, let's go into this other room and we can speak in private.
Okay, so I follow him. I assume we all go in.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Yep.
He goes, yes, I think the death seemed a little bit odd. I know the old ways are sometimes very cruel, and my knowledge of the old ways are imperfect. I had left my hometown more than 20 years ago where I heard such stories, strange things happening. And my grandfather was a great Muragi, a diviner, and I tried to leave that all behind and come into your world, your white world.
You seem to indicate you had knowledge of the actual perpetrators being from something called the Cult of the Bloody Tongue.
Yes, I think they are involved.
What makes you think this?
Well, there are signs that they leave behind.
Such as?
Well, the way they kill certain people, they do them in a certain way, and it's like a signature of some sort.
I mean, can you be a little more specific? What is the way they kill people?
So he describes it, and then it matches Mary Jackson Elias on the hotel room where
Yeah.
it's open and all that.
So basically the same way?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't know that, but, you guys would. And then what about, you mentioned the High Priestess? Or a High Priestess leading the cult? And something about the Mountain of the Black Wind?
Oh, the Mountain of the Black Wind.
Where is this mountain? Is it an actual mountain, or is it more of a code for something else?
No, it is a mountain. It's a mountain. May have to get a local guide to take you there. Somebody that's willing to go there that may not be affiliated with these members of this cult.
Would you be willing to go?
No, but I know somebody that can. I know someone who may be able to help you.
But we need your aid, sir, as you know how dire these times are with this threat. We too believe that it is the Cult of the Bloody Tongue that's operating. We've seen things around the world that's evidence of their operation.
Well, I have things to do here, but I can put you in contact with somebody that can help.
What do you know about a high priestess of the cult?
There are stories that there's a high priestess there.
We believe she was embedded in the Carlisle expedition.
Oh, that would make sense.
One of the members of the Carlisle expedition was an African woman who went by the name of Anastasia. Was that it?
And he goes,
But she had another name, an African name, and she detached from the expedition, and her location is unknown.
Well, if this person is the same person, then she may be at the Mountain of the Black Wind.
But we need to find somebody to take us there.
Yes, that's who I'm talking about. I know someone that can help you.
Okay. You don't happen to know who else Jackson Elias might have wanted to talk to in Blacktown? He mentioned in his notes that after speaking with you, he was going to speak with others. He didn't make any indication as to who that may be.
Thinking how it goes. No, I'm not sure who you want to talk to.
Okay. But you can get us in touch with somebody who might be able to take us to the mountain, or at least show us where the mountain is.
He can help you. He will take you there. So do you want to meet this person?
I'm down for it if the group is interested.
Yeah, definitely.
So he goes, I will ask for a friend who will wait for you beside the door. You must follow him at a distance. He will make sure you are not left behind. If he stops and waits, you also must stop and wait. And then you will follow him. And the door he will enter will have a yellow paint. That door you will enter and swiftly without hesitation. And I am glad to have met you. He takes his hand out to shake your hand.
I offer my hand.
Again, he says, "Good day, gentlemen and lady." And then there's a tall black man in a white shirt and pants, without shoes, and he waits for you at the door. And then then he starts walking, and then I guess you'll follow him. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they take you to that place. And then inside is another young man. Let me show you. So this guy is inside this room. He goes, "I am Okomu." Goes, "Who are you? What do you want?"
Johnstone Kenyatta, so that you might be able to help us.
Oh, so through the yellow door is a small shed, and in the shed is a yellow Rolls Royce Roadster. Yeah. Oh, and they bring you in when you come in. He asks you to sit in the Roadster. Just sort of okay. And then then they drives you out. You go there, they drive you out on the Roadster, and they take you to a small village. And then they take you to a hut, and then this guy meets you at the hut. So the guy that took you there was the driver that you followed. He was the driver. He takes you into the car, drives you out to this village. And it looks like a normal village of children and stuff. And then you get to this place and you meet this guy. And then he asks you, "Who are you and what do you want?"
All right, and I say the same thing. So Johnstone Kenyatta told us that you would be able to help us find the Black Mountain.
Why is it that important? Why is that important to you?
We don't know. We don't know yet, right? But we have to go there.
We believe there are sinister things afoot that need to be ended.
Indeed.
He's like looking at you guys, and he's like stroking the side of his face. And it looks like he's thinking about something. So, do you want to use a social skill to? He's not. Doesn't seem like he's persuaded at all.
I mean, all I have is persuade. That's my only social skill.
Yeah, you want to.
So I roll it?
Yeah. Do I think you get a bonus, right? Are you guys with a bonus? Or?
No, I don't have a bonus to persuade. Alright. Roll good. Nope, didn't make it. 75.
Yes.
High for luck.
David, can you try to remove your mic maybe a little bit from your mouth? There's some constant...
There's some static.
Yeah, static. Exactly.
I don't think it's from me. Is it from me?
No, oh, sorry, the other one. Other David.
Weird. Okay. Try it.
It's not terribly annoying, but just maybe give it a try.
Yeah, you failed. So, do you want to burn some luck or push?
It's too high. I don't. I'd have to burn like 50 points of luck. So,
Oh boy.
yeah, I can't do it. I could push, but my percent's so low, I'll likely fail again.
I maybe pipe up and say, listen, this is very important to us, and you would do us a great favor. And going into that direction. Can I roll charm?
Oh, okay, sure.
Oh yeah. That's a hard success.
Okay, so when you said blah blah blah, he seemed like he wasn't moved about helping you guys that much. And then you turn on the charm, and you seem to have softened him a bit. And then goes, Yes, I know. The Bloody Tongue, they are responsible for the Carlisle massacre, and I think their deaths are a result of evil magic, by where unnatural beasts were summoned from the other side to kill and carry off the victims. And they were carried away and brought to the mountain of the Black Wind, a terrible place shunned by everyone. Even great spells cast against that place has no effect. It is called that because a terrible god inhabits it. Once per year, he unleashes the Black Wind, which brings plague, famine, and disaster to everywhere near that area. To satisfy this god, the cult abducts villagers and sacrifices them. Then the god appears in his terrible glory, and he is nearly as tall as a mountain himself. He has no face, only a blood-red tongue hangs down from where the top of his head should be. Monsters of all descriptions attend him. The mere sight of this hideous god can drive men insane. The god's priestess is Maru. She lives in the mountain. She is the one who has prophesied the coming of the god's child, part human and part monster, who will soon to soak the land with blood. You say you can stop this?
That doesn't sound very appealing. Have you seen any of this yourself? Have you been a witness of any of this?
It is dangerous over there.
Sounds terribly dangerous.
And how I've learned of this is from people telling other people who have told me this.
But this is even more reason for us to go there.
I see your friend is hesitant. He does not seem like he is willing to go and help us as you seem to be.
Which Which friend is he referring to?
Nate, Nate
Also,
said,
Um,
this looks like it's dangerous.
Yeah.
well, we had some very terrible encounters, if you will. I don't. I can't blame him.
I can draw a map showing you where this Mountain of Black Wind is, but I don't think you are ready to go.
Seems
No,
like
there is
you've
no
gone with even
protection.
army.
There's no protection possible. There are ancient tales of some sort of sign, a eye of light and darkness, which can forever chain the cruel god within this mountain. But no one knows what this sign is. And some magicians who are far-seeing say the sign existed years ago, but the god tricked men into destroying it.
We know of the sign of which you speak, although we also know that it requires the efforts of a number of individuals more than we have at our disposal. You understand how important it would be to succeed in our endeavors and be able to use this sign to do away with the evil in the mountain, but we're unable to do so with the numbers we have. We would need more volunteers to help us. Do you have any idea how we could find help?
So when you say you have the sign, you see like this look shock on his face, right? And you're saying all these words, and you don't know if he's listening to you after you said, we have the sign. He goes, you have the sign of the eye of light and darkness. Then,
What?
Then I must take you to see old Bandari then. You, it is good. Johnstone sent you here then.
Yes, we are looking for others of the same faith to combat this evil that's plaguing the world.
Then come with me. I will take you to see old Bandari. He is a powerful magician.
Okay.
So let's see.
Lead the way, friend.
I think it's just. So let's see. He takes you to another hut. And he tells you he is old Bandari's bodyguard.
Wow.
And they take you to this other hut. It's larger than the conical huts of the rest of the village. There's a gated fence that's around it. Takes you to it. There's a door curtain. And you realize that as you enter the hut, it's weird. It's like a snail shell, right? Where you actually come in and then you circle around to get more and more to the center.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, you see an old man who's sitting there. I think he's meditating. Yeah, he's so still. He looks like he's dead. But let me put a picture of him. So there's this old man. He's in the middle of this spiral that you followed. And he even looks like he's not even breathing. And Okomu tells you you must wait until he is communing with the other side, and you must wait until he is back with us.
Okay.
It is not known how long it will take. It may take a few minutes, or it may take hours.
We'll sit and wait.
Yes, I guess we have to.
And then you see there's fetishes and signs and masks on the walls of the passages you went by. There are symbols that are also carved in patterns upon the walls. And it's sort of interesting. You walked past all this stuff to get in here. Do any of you have occult?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can roll that and also roll your mythos.
Mythos is better.
Nope.
Mythos. Oh, 13. I have a 10. Can I spend 3 skill or 3 luck?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend 3.
So the symbols are all like protection symbols, and they actually, with your mythos roll, you realize these have to do with the outer gods.
Oh.
How long are you guys going to sit here?
Until we can't any longer due to like food or boredom, right? We'll sit and wait. And we can. I mean, I guess we can converse quietly, right? So I'm thinking, if this is a powerful shaman, maybe we need to show him. Like once we get a read from him, if we think he can be helpful, maybe we need to show him all of our artifacts, because we don't understand a lot of the stuff that we're carrying, but we know it has power, right? Like we touched that statue and it did some weird tingly thing, and then we have like scepters that say they invoke some power of some god or something. I mean, like those things may be very helpful in these confrontations, but we don't understand them or how to use them. Maybe we need a guy like this to like give us a pointer or something. Because we have all this stuff, but what good is it doing us, right? It's just sitting back in our room and we don't understand it.
Yeah.
So maybe this guy can help us.
So there are some cushions there you can sit on, and like maybe an hour or two later, he's still sitting there. Okomu is sitting there too, and he also has crossed his legs, but every once in a while he uncrosses his legs and rubs it for circulation and stuff. Yeah. And then he offers you peanuts, some baked plantain and milk, because you're still there for like hours. And you
roll for your peanut allergy.
And you arrived at about maybe before evening, but as you're there for hours, and actually the sun sets and you still wait. And actually 8 hours later, the body of the old man stiffens, and then you could actually see him starting to breathe. And then his eyes opens, and then he looks through the room and looks at each one of you and studies you. And let's see, who do we have here? He looks at Nate. He goes, "Oh, you dig in the dirt. You look for ancient things."
Yes, all around the world. And those things lead me to usually more questions.
Then he looks at Marlene and he goes, "Oh, come from far away. Though you are big, you can get into very small places."
Climb.
And then he looks at Dr. Michael Boyer. You heal people.
You fall really hard.
You fall really hard. Hit the back of your head.
Pretty much, yeah. That's what I'm known for.
You are still dreaming, though. Strange. You don't seem to be with these other people, but yet you are.
Which other people?
Oh, he's talking about the doctor with you, Marlene, and with Nate.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
We are all tied together in this common fight against darkness through mutual allies.
Yeah, what he said.
Oh, actually, Okomu has to translate all this stuff for him because I guess this guy doesn't speak English. So the bodyguard translates all this stuff.
Okay. We've come to speak to you about the great evil that resides in the mountain of the Black Wind and the cult of the Bloody Tongue, and seek your assistance in trying to end it with the ritual of the Eye of Light and Darkness.
Because your mission is perilous and the time is desperate. Shall I tell you pleasant things or the truth?
The truth will serve us better.
The bloody tongue grows arrogant. People across the land disappear into the mountains, stolen by the cult for a horrible sacrifice to come. Leaders are brought low by corrupt thoughts and deeds. Many of us must pray continuously to Nagai, the lord of the Kiri Naga, to stave off this evil. And Okomu explains that's Mount Kenya. You seekers have courage. You may achieve you will achieve much, but you must hurry. Okomu can help make the arrangements you need, but he cannot do what I can. I have gifts for you.
We also bear items of power that we've collected during our fight with the enemy across the world, but we don't understand them. We would like to allow you to see them and that you could guide us in their use.
Yes.
We also need help. We cannot do the ritual of light and darkness alone. We need the assistance of others that will lend their power to ours.
I can help you find an appropriate location to put that. If you know this, how to make the Eye of Light and Darkness, you must teach me, and I will know where to put it. And he also says there's another guy that he wants to bring. Sam Mariga.
Who is Sam Mariga?
I think I remember he's like a guide of some sort. But let me look him up. Oh, that's really weird. I guess it's somebody they trust. And this guy's in Nairobi.
Nairobi, okay.
But they will contact him and have him come along too.
We also know that we will need to face a great evil in the mountain of immense power. We fought something similar in China across the world, fighting another face of this same cult of the Bloody Tongue, and we almost did not survive. We also faced another sorcerer, like the high priestess that resides in the mountain. Can you help us with fighting her as well?
I will. If you have the Eye of Light and Darkness, I will go with you to place the eye. But we cannot. It is dangerous to go there with many people because the Mountain of Black Wind is where they all are, and if we bring a large group, they will find us. If we go with a small group, we may be able to slip between their fingers.
I'll look around here. We are a small group.
Okay. When do you propose going? I know you feel this is urgent.
We can start tomorrow.
Because we need to go back to Nairobi. Maybe we can meet your friend. We also need to retrieve our items. So we need to seek medical attention for injury.
Oh, actually, you need to teach him the eye, light, and dark.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Because we need to get the books and stuff for that anyway.
So you have to teach him that. So he recommends you stay here to teach him that first, and then they can go to Nairobi, get Sam, which is really weird. I'm looking him up. He is the gardener for the railway station.
Okay.
So he actually lives near the train station, and he's the gardener for the train station. And he's pretty old too. So
how long will it take to teach him the spell?
So that's Sam. So a bunch of old guys are going to go with you, except for the bodyguard.
Yeah, great. As long as they're power batteries, that's really all we need.
Yeah, that's all we want.
So let me do the spell. Let me look at what do we need to do to learn the spell.
Actually, Dr. Bower has a 75 power.
Oh, nice.
So and 15 magic points.
I think he just needs to make a hard power roll, right? That's to throw it, but I forgot what do you need to learn it.
Well, if it's being taught, then I'll have my new character try to learn it as well.
Let's see, reading roll. And spells, magic points. Learning a spell. Oh, it has a hard int. It's a hard int. So let me look up what his. Okay, let me do his. Oh, you didn't learn that spell either yet, right?
This is a new character, and I made a hard int on my learn the spell roll.
So yeah, it's a hard int, but because it's being taught by someone who knows it, it's actually faster to learn versus the regular time. And he failed the first. So I think if you fail, it takes 2 weeks, but then it's somebody teaching it, so it says it's faster. So I assume it's maybe just 1 week. So
well, that'll allow us time to go back and forth and heal. So that's kind of good.
Yeah, you'll heal up too. So
yeah, we don't want to go facing this thing at half hit points.
Okay, so it took him 4 weeks to get it right.
So I'm back to full strength, everybody. So it's the Eye of Light and Dark or Light and Darkness. I can't remember.
Light and Darkness.
Okay.
So it took him 4 weeks. Maybe you learned it before he did. How long did you take?
Well, I got a hard success. Actually, I rolled a 20 on my die. I needed a 40 for a hard success.
Oh, okay. So you got it on the first week.
I got it on the first try, man. I was like, yeah, you know.
Learning it. Okay, so Samariga. Oh, he has a cult and some Cthulhu mythos. Okay. So he will go, and the bodyguard guy will go, and Opendari, yeah, actually gives you some stuff to use to take with you. He gives you a fly whisk, so somebody can.
A what?
A fly whisk. It's
What
a
is that?
heavy handled, carved with Kaikiu symbols. It's thought to, in many African cultures, it's thought to defend against evil spirits. For such spirits can take the form of flies. So I don't know who wants to carry this. So he explains that It helps you defend against magic. And it can be used to find hidden evil.
Hmm.
How is that going to be useful? Find hidden evil.
So I'll give you the mechanical thing. So it gives you 6 extra spell points if you want to use to defend against magic.
Well, we probably would need that for the ritual, right?
Well, no, but it doesn't let you use it to cast spells.
Oh. Okay, so but it's good defense against magic used against you.
Yeah. And then give you another 25% success chance when you're looking for doing a spot hidden, and then there's some mystical stuff you're looking for. So add 25%. Or let's change this to bonus die, because this is the 6th edition, so probably the new one would be the bonus die.
Okay.
And then he hands you a cage with a small chameleon in it. This is my friend, he says, who is not what she seems. You may call her Who for short. We will take her with us, and we will feed her well and daily with flies. She will protect us once, but not against magic. You need only to open her cage to free her. And you notice that this cage with this chameleon in it, no bugs seem to want to be near this cage. It's like somehow it's like a insect repellent, which is sort of odd.
Okay, so we release the iguana we want. Hopefully, it's like it turns into a defensive creature.
It becomes Godzilla.
Yeah.
So
and then what was the first one? What was it?
It's a fly whisk.
What is that?
It's. I think I've seen them before. They don't have a picture. It's I think I've seen them before. It's that wood handle, and then there's like horse hairs hanging off of it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, like a fly swatter wheel.
Yeah, where you flick flies away from you.
Fly whip. Yeah. Okay.
Usually this one is an ebony handle, and I bet the horse hairs are white. Like usually they're white. They're pale in color.
Okay. Got it.
Yep.
But he will go with you. So
That's exactly what it is.
To learn it. And then you're going to show him some of the stuff you got.
Yeah, so we have some, because we have some specific...
Want to retcon some stuff, because I originally thought that maybe Tom's character took everything with her back to England. But if you want this guy to look at the stuff, then assume you have...
No, I think we don't understand it, so we might need it. So, I think we wanted to have it close at hand.
Okay. So let's...
Especially things like, the bowl we put to good use, and it helped us in our quest, so we wouldn't want to get rid of that.
See what you got.
I have notes here. We have a scepter that says "Namby thy power mine" on it, which might be interesting because we obviously are going to need power to cast the spell, so that we don't know. We have... What else do we have? We know what the copper bowl does. We have ankhs, like a pair of ankhs. We have a robe. We have Egyptian scepters. We've got powder for the mirror, but we don't have the mirror.
Let me look at this. Oh, it's Cthulhu Mythos. Okay. So the scepter is useful. Oh, I didn't write down.
We also have like a little statue that we touch, right?
Not the Cthulhu statue.
What do you mean not? That's not useful?
Well, it's probably useful, but yeah, I don't think. It would be useful to cultists, but I don't think he would recommend using it. Okay, let me look at the. Huh. Where's the. Oh, I thought I had it. I wrote down where. So the scepter is useful. So yeah, with the 4 weeks, he has time to look at these things. So basically, the cloak, there's nothing special about the cloak.
Okay.
There's nothing special about the 2 line claws.
Okay.
The wooden scepter, which I thought was here, is not. Maybe it's. Oh, that's weird. I know the scepter could be used. So the scepter could be used. The mask. Could be used with caution, but he doesn't think you guys should use it. And then the blue statuette should be used, but the Ankh and the crook can be used. If you cross it, it's like a protection.
But why shouldn't we use it?
No, the crook and the Ankh you can use.
Yeah, but the other pieces.
Like the other thing.
Because
probably
the bluestone statuette, if you use your detect evil thing, it's evil, right? It's Cthulhu spell points, so it has an evil aura to it. It will corrupt you.
Yeah. So the evil stuff, we can send that stuff back.
Yeah.
Safekeeping.
So
and the stuff that has no power, I guess. We'll send back all the stuff that has no power and is evil.
So the crook and the Ankh, if you cross them, it glows, and then that actually gives you some protection.
Okay. So we have 2 things for protection. Is that the crook and Ankh, and then the fly
Swatter.
whip.
I have to look up that scepter. I don't know where it came from. So, and I'm surprised I didn't write it down.
Where did we get that one? It was pretty
The
early.
scepter was where the.
I think we got it at the Juju house.
Yes, exactly.
On page 43.
Yeah.
Scepter.
That we got the mask as well, and
the claws.
the cloak.
Oh, okay. So the scepter gives you 10 more magic points when you use it.
Oh, sweet. So we can use that one for the spell.
Yeah, it's 10 magic points per day. And sunrise, it refreshes.
That's very handy. Okay, awesome. That's great for the spell.
And the mask.
Okay.
Actually, the mask he can actually use without problem. But you guys probably don't want to use the mask. He says the mask lets you commune with the outer god, with certain outer gods.
Oh, well, that might be useful. Maybe we don't know how now, but
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
might be useful. So let's keep that one too.
Yeah, so that one lets you commune with some elder gods.
If that lets you commune with outer gods, you know what I want to do? I think I want to wear that down my pants like a codpiece. All day long, they can smell my junk.
Oh, that might have bad side effects, though.
So I found this, page 41.
This is how hentai porn was developed.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Your thingy gets longer, but it's very limp.
Green and turns into a tentacle.
Yeah, it has suckers all over it. Okay, so that's. Well, let me put. Okay, so I put that down. And then. One's that. And then, okay, and then I'll mark the Cthulhu one. Evil, don't touch. Touch. And this one is. So I think he tells you that. And the bowl, you know. Anything else? I think that's. Oh, there's a skull cap. You can look up the skull cap.
Skull cap of the outer gods.
There's no power. So the skull cap, robe, and broken ankh are just. It's just there for decorative reasons.
Just tchotchkes.
Then protection. Oh, here it is, page 78. Okay, so the scepters, when you do it, they actually give you 1d20 magic points. When you uncross it, the unused points disappear.
Do you use magic points for defense?
And
Is that
then,
how it works?
but that's once per day. So that it gives you a die 20 magic points if you cross it, and then also it'll absorb die 10 magical damage when crossed in front of you.
Oh, that's awesome. Absorbs, what was it?
Die 10 magic point damage points. So I'll put.
That's awesome. That's great for taking on a wizard. That's sweet. So between that and the scepter, we can essentially get up to 30 additional magic points we can use to power the the Eye of Light and Darkness.
There you go.
And then also between that, the Ankh and the Fly Whip, we have 2 items that will protect against magic that we can use for taking on a sorcerer.
Yeah. So I've put the details on the artifacts page and then just published it. So
Okay, sweet.
that's what those things do. Okay. So he can figure those things out. I think Sam is like. I think he wants Sam because Sam is like knows the area. Yeah, Sam has an 80% tracking ability. So he wants Sam because Sam knows the area, can take you to the Mountain of Black Wind. That's why he wants Sam. He's your guide. And he can speak the local languages.
Awesome. Okay.
So now this is how you have to decide how you want to go there. You can either take a jeep, but the issue is it sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Or you walk, which will take a long time.
I think we need to walk. We can't afford to be found out.
So you can, I think, take a truck or something up to a certain point, and then you'll have to walk. So, oh, that's interesting. So he tells you there's a village, Ndovu, Noduvu. It's a Kaikiu village. It's a day south of where the Carlisle expedition was massacred. And then another day from there is the Mountain of Black Wind. And he says if you go by foot, it'll take 4 to 7 days from Nairobi.
I mean, can we take a vehicle to get close and then just abandon the vehicle after we're like a day away? Or is that too risky?
Yeah, that's too risky because
they have lookouts and stuff, huh?
He thinks there are people that belong to the cult that are on the lookout.
Yeah, then we definitely want to be very careful.
And he said there are no roads, rail lines, or rivers that take you to this village. That's 2 days away. And he says if you go, maybe the best is to pretend you're on safari, right? Because you're white people going through this area.
Okay. Well, we've got safari-looking gear, so we can do that.
Or you can bring the colonel with you.
He'll run at the first sign of anything. He's useless.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so no colonel.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys can go, and let's see. You actually, yeah, I don't think if you go by foot, the chance of being found is pretty low. Do they have this? I'm wondering if they have any stuff. So you go, and it takes another 4 to 7 days. So let me put this down. And when you get to Noduvu, it's a small village, but everything seems a little bit higher quality than the other villages that you've gone through. Like things are more kept up. So do you just want to keep to yourselves here at this one village before you head?
Yeah, I think so. We need to keep as low a profile as possible.
Okay, let me hold this. Okay, so when you're here, as you stay there after the long day, Sam actually goes and talks to the village elder for a while and comes back, and he tells you the people here fear the cult of the bloody tongue, but they're not part of the cult, but they fear them, and they don't want to have anything to do with them. And he also heard that more than a dozen women, children, and men have disappeared in the last few weeks. The people tried to look for them, and they never found them. They suspect it's they think it's the cult of the bloody tongue who have abducted some of the people.
I'm sure they have a constant need for ritual people.
And 2 elephants were freshly killed yesterday, a few hours east of the village. The deaths were highly unnatural. No natural beast could tear an elephant to shreds. And the bodies were shunned by vultures and jackals, and they have swollen to enormous size with weird purple-green stuff oozing out of them.
Great, we have to face undead elephants.
Or something attacked the elephants, and
It is probably just there will be an explanation for this. I tell you, not everything is supernatural.
And then
so we are dealing with a supernatural cult.
And then another, they heard stories of a great magician of another village. She was cursed, or he was cursed by Meru because he dared mock her powers. Now his hair's fallen out. He's blind and he babbles like a child. So this is a village that's half a day's toward Mount Kenya.
I mean, all these things we could go investigate, but then if we do, we're poking our head above water. You know what I mean?
But basically, the Sam came back with these stories and rumors. So if you don't do anything, you can head up towards the mountain of Black Wind.
How much health did we get back in the intervening?
Oh, the 4 weeks. You're all healed up, right?
Okay, sweet. That's good.
So in this area,
could we do some training in that time, other than just teaching him the spell? Like, could we try to up our rifle skills, or
the 4 weeks? Well,
any other skills?
You were people teaching him the spell are busy, right? Teaching him, but the other people could do stuff. Yeah, you could. The people could do target shooting if they want.
So we basically just roll and see if we.
I would just give a check mark. Just put a check mark on your. Just check it right for the level up, and then do it when we finish the session, right?
Okay. So basically, we're having a training montage with a 80s power ballad. Awesome.
Yeah. Training montage with the elephant gun. Somebody firing, and then they get knocked off their feet, and then
we need a hero.
And then you can train whatever weapons you want, or even both. I can let you train both the pistol and rifle if you want, because there's time.
Everyone?
Yeah, 4 weeks.
Yes.
So just check them, right? And then don't roll until the end of the session.
Yeah. It's good because I made it.
So you notice that this place has giant cedars, olive trees, camphor trees, figs, and then as you get closer to the Mountain of Black Wind, it becomes like bamboo, which is odd, and the undergrowth gets thicker, and the slopes are cooler and wet from mist, fog, or rain. And then there's more like streams, like because the fog and the rain creates streams, so you have to cross streams. You run into antelopes, hogs, leopards, some birds of prey. And you see snow-capped mountains on either side as you're getting towards this area. And then as you get closer and closer to the Mountain of Black Wind, then you notice the ground is blackened and the game that you used to get for food and stuff is now very scarce. And the ground, which used to be like dry packed dirt, is now like this weird and squishy, and there's a foul odor that hangs in the air. And then eventually you'll see a conical mountain. And everywhere else, the forest has thinned. So basically, you're through all this forest and stuff, and then suddenly, like, you see this sort of blasted area, and there's this conical mountain.
Very.
So I assume that is the mountain.
Yeah. And there is, like, a different type of trees growing here that look a little darker and strangely twisted. Not like the normal trees you've seen before. Okay, so as you camp, how do you do, are you going to do different watches when you guys camp each day?
Don't we have other people with us?
Yeah.
Well, you have the old guy, his bodyguard, and Sam, who's another old guy.
So we didn't take any porters or anything like that? Nobody to carry things?
So as you go,
because I thought we were going under the guise of like a safari.
Yeah, so you would have porters, but at some point, they're gonna, once they realize where you guys are going, they're gonna abandon you.
Oh, great.
So you would have had porters, so once they see you're coming to this Mountain of Black Wind and they see this stuff, it's they suddenly, like in the morning, they're gone, right?
Pulled a Temple of Doom on us.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess after we lose all the porters, we start doing watches. So there's like 6 of us?
There's the 3, and then you guys, which is
Unless we're counting Matt's character, who's kind of just hanging
in
along.
and out, phasing in and out. I'd say there's 6 of you then.
You're just kind of standing there. We have to turn him around every now and then. So I guess that would be roughly like an hour and a half or so watch if we all take one. Like about 7-8 hours.
Yeah.
I definitely think we need to. Yeah.
All right.
I don't like it, but well, yeah.
So let me see. So there's three watches, or how many watches?
3,
3.
right? Yeah.
Who's in the first? Who's in the second? Who's in the third?
I want to do the first, if that's okay.
I will do second.
Okay.
All right, I'll take the last. Fine.
Then how do you want to break up the other people?
It's one of them with each of us, right?
Yeah. So where do you want Sam?
Which one's Sam? He's the bodyguard.
No, he's the guide, local guide.
Okay, so there's the guide, the bodyguard, and then the shaman or priest or whatever. Okay. I don't know. Have him on first watch.
Okay, Sam. And then have the bodyguard, and then
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pair up the shaman with Nate. That way they can continue doing training him in the stuff.
Okay, cool.
So we have enough of the artifacts that we can actually use that POW to fuel the casting of the light and darkness, right?
Yeah, I'll let you do that because they suck POW, but it gives you spell points, so I think there's a disconnect there. So yeah, I'll let you use those.
All right.
It'll help.
If we'd only had this information earlier for Shanghai.
Yeah, okay. I know. Would have been nice, huh?
Yeah, well.
Where's the creatures? Oh, there's creatures. So the second watch, something are coming.
Rar?
Oh.
Rar? Reggie?
Oh. Why don't you guys do either listen or spot hidden, whichever one's higher for the second watch.
That was me, right? I was second watch.
Oh, okay, second. Oops.
Spot hidden slightly better. Roll them bones. Boom. Wait, that was the wrong die. Let's try it again. You suck dice.
You didn't make it.
I rolled a 96. I have a 35.
So I have to look at this guy's stat. I rolled sort of low, but not so low. I know it's automatic.
Sitting there by the fire going, hey, you really look at your hand, man. You really look at your hands.
Where did they put the stats?
And suddenly,
that is weird. I'm looking at the names, the pictures, where's the stats? I have the stats for the shaman. That is weird. They have his picture. But where's his stats? Oh, that's really odd. Okay. Yeah, so he actually hears something and tells you seems like something is coming from the mountain.
From the mountain.
Well, you guys are near the
Shit.
mountain, so
Okay, I'm going to wake everybody up. Hey,
in that direction. So
the
he
shaman says something's approaching from the mountain.
What are you talking about?
Customer service.
Yeah.
Oh God, we're being placed on hold by Nyarlathotep.
Can we see anything?
It's coming through
Hold on
like
a sec.
okay. Yeah, you don't hear anything, but you hear a little bit like a rustling in the undergrowth coming from the direction of the mountain heading towards your way. Why don't you do a listen roll though? If you're
Okay, let's get our defenses ready, including our artifacts if we need it, right, for defense, for spells and stuff. Listen, no, I did not make it. In fact, listen, I rolled a 99.
Oh boy. God damn it. Can we do spot hidden too, or only listen?
it's a listen.
Damn it. Yeah, no.
Sorry. Yeah, I made my listen.
Oh, so you hear like some sort of growling sound.
Growling? Does it,
Like you have biology or
yeah, I do.
Oh, do that.
Because I'm a scientist.
Scientist.
A scientist, eh? All right, so didn't say I was very good at it, but
But you know you're local, right? So you're actually a local.
Yar.
Yeah, so you recognize the sound.
Holy crap! I know exactly what it is because I got an extreme success. I got a 5.
You realize it's like a lion, or not one lion, but several lions coming your way.
Kitties. Like everyone get away. It's like lions can climb. Don't worry. Forget the trees.
Yeah, so you know from the sound and what's going on, they're heading your way and they seem to be stalking.
All right, it's a pride of lions coming our way. I think they're stalking us.
What do we do for lions? You climb up in a tree? No, they can climb, huh?
They can climb.
They can climb. Oh God!
I'm like, you never had a cat, have you?
No.
It's one thing they love to do. They love to get really high.
Great, they're going to show up and they're going to knock all of our cups off of our tables.
Yes, they are. And they're going to drink out of our toilet bowls. And
well, what's your doctor's dex?
What is my doctor's dex? It sucks. It's a 45.
The 45. But the good thing is you have guns.
Yes.
The question is, are you going to use a gun here?
I don't think there's any way we can hide ourselves from them. They're going to get our scent and everything. We're going to have to fight them. But
yeah, they're pretty close.
Okay, so if you have your guns, then actually you get plus 50 on all your dexes. So actually, you guys all go first.
Yeah, we're going to have to use our guns because there's no way we're going to be able to fight them off with our hands.
So Marlene, you actually go first, but I guess you're going to hold until they show up, right?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I don't shoot wildly into the dark or something.
So basically, they're in the grass, and then at some point when they can jump out of the grass at you, that's when they're going to jump out. But since you have the gun and you're prepared, you get to shoot first, but then they get to act right after that, right? So yeah, you see
Yep.
this lion come out of the grass. I think there's how many? There's 6 of you, right? So let me roll. So there's one for Marlene, one for Nate, and then one is going after Sam.
All right.
So there's one jumping at Marlene, but actually Marlene gets to go first. So you want to fire your gun?
Yes, please.
So
Oh man, no. But not a crit at least, or a fumble.
So you missed. Okay.
Yep.
And then Nate, a lion's jumping at you, and you can shoot at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot out with the hunting, the elephant gun.
Oh, you fire the elephant gun? Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay, here we go. Shotgun. 42. I'm gonna spend 2 luck to hit.
Okay, so I think it does massive damage, but I think I gave you the amount. It's like 3d6 plus
it's
something.
3d6 plus 4 because originally I
yeah.
grabbed it when we first got it, but I think we divvied it up and yeah.
So are you firing both barrels or one barrel?
I think I need to fire one because if I miss, it's going to be an extreme reload.
Okay. So roll your damage.
Okay. What did you say? It was 3d6 plus what?
4.
Okay. 3d6 plus what? Okay. 4, 5, 6, 12.
Oh.
Oh, wait, I have to add the 4, so 12, 16.
Oh, 16. So you shoot it, and you hit it, and actually, it's mostly dead, but it's still alive. Like it's barely hanging on.
Oh,
mostly
geez.
dead.
They're that powerful?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blam! Like you blew away part of its chest, but it's still like twitching and alive. And then the next one is the doctor.
All right. So what's the damage on what kind of rifle did we get from
The Enfield rifle.
which does what?
Let me look it up. Enfield rifle. 2d6 plus 4. Which one are you gonna shoot at?
There's still one coming at me, coming at us through the grass, right, or whatever.
Yeah, it's going after Sam.
I am going to kill that one. I'm going to shoot that one
Okay.
because let's see, I don't want Sam to get hurt because he's our guide. Hold on, is that? Wow! Holy crap! I got a hard success on that thing.
Okay. Roll your damage.
Wow. Okay, so that's 9. 13.
Wow. Okay, so it's mostly dead, but it's still alive, barely. Oh, actually, it's actually unconscious. So that one's unconscious, but the one with 1 hit point left is still conscious. Okay, let me do Sam. What's his dex? Okay, the lions actually get to go, and then Sam will go. So Marlene, you missed the lion, and it's going to try to attack you.
Oh.
So you want to fight back or dodge?
I'm gonna look at my skill. Where's Paul? I dodge.
Okay.
Ooh, nice. Should have fought back.
You got a regular success.
Yeah, I have a hard success.
Okay. And actually it gets 2 attacks per round, so it'll hit you with other claws, so roll your dodge for the second.
Regular success.
Oh, so it tried to claw you with both hands. You actually fired your gun and you missed. And one claw swipes at you and you dodge one way, and the next claw swipes at you and you dodge the other way, and they both miss you. They would have hit. And then Nate, it attacks. Nate, what are you going to dodge or fight back?
What is fighting back? I get another shot?
No, you hit it with the butt of your rifle, which is a die 8 plus your body bonus.
So what's the better chance of success? If I roll dodge, I just roll straight dodge and avoid the damage, and if I fight back, I have
dodge,
to.
If you tie with the attacker, it misses you, but if you fight back, you have to beat the attacker.
And what would I roll for the fight back? Is that
So
am I
you
rolling
roll
like
your,
unarmed combat?
You write your fight grapple or fight brawl. So you have to beat it. So if I hit you with a regular hit, you have to beat it with a hard success.
Okay, I think I definitely get a dodge.
Okay. So dodge, you just need to tie. You're not going to.
Okay. All right. For dodge, I rolled a 28.
It actually missed. Second
Okay.
one. It actually. Oh. It got a extreme success on me.
Oh shit.
Ow.
So do I roll dodge a second time or just one?
Yeah, roll dodge second time.
And I basically need extreme success.
Yeah, you need extreme success.
Oh, good luck with this. 53, so nope.
Okay, so since it's extreme, it actually does max damage.
Ow.
So you take 18 points
Ow.
as it rips through your chest with its claw.
I'll fix you.
Son of a bitch.
What's your max hit points?
28.
Yeah, you have to roll a con check.
Okay. 35, so I made con right a hard success right on the nose.
Okay, so you're still conscious. And then Sam gets to... So there's the one with 1 point left, and Sam's gonna hit it with a staff. Yeah, so actually Sam killed the one that he mostly killed the elephant with. He does a coup de grace with a short spear and kills it. So there's one left on Marlene.
What about the unconscious one?
Oh, the unconscious one's unconscious. So
Okay. Is it my turn to go? Or is it...
yeah, it's back to Marlene.
I think you skipped me then.
Oh, did I skip you your last?
Well, I was... In the initial round, it was the three of us and then Sam, and then I got skipped over the next time.
No. So this was the lions attacked, and then we're back to the top, right? So everybody got one turn.
Okay, I'm making sure I was... Okay. So Sam went last?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought we had two turns. All right.
Because Sam doesn't have a gun.
Okay. Never mind.
So back to Marlene.
I shoot.
You shoot.
Oops. Oh shit. Did I
You
get a
missed it.
bonus die? No, I dropped my die.
Oh yeah, you do get a bonus. Well, you have to back
I
up.
don't need it. I rolled a 7. Forget it.
Oh, 7? Is that extreme or regular?
Yes.
Oh, so it's max damage plus regular damage.
15.
Oh, 1 point short. Is it? No, 15. That's actually... Oh, that's enough. That drops it exactly. Yeah, so you shoot at it and then it just dies. And you look at these lions, they look a little weird.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
And then not only that, they typically, Sam goes, lions don't attack people like this.
Well, they must be starving. There's nothing around really, is there?
Yeah, but they look a little mangy and a little like corrupted somehow, right?
All right. So I'm going to attempt a medicine roll on Nate's character
Okay.
because he's hurt, and of course I fail.
Wait, let me see if Sam has.
Let's see.
Maybe the witch doctor has something too. So Sam's first aid is really high, and then let me check.
Yeah, I have a first aid of 40. I rolled a 59.
Yeah. Sam has a 60 first aid.
Well, Sam, aren't you?
But let me
Awesome.
check.
You're amazing. You're a miracle worker.
Oh, okay. So let's do Sam first. Oh, wow. Sam rolled an extreme success. Nate, I'll give you 4 points back for the extreme success of Sam.
Sweet. Okay.
And then actually the old Bandari has medicine.
Yeah, give me some of that juju juice.
And he failed the
take it.
medicine, but he put some herbs and stuff on you, but it doesn't do anything.
Just stings.
Come on, Colonel Sanders. I need some of those essential herbs and spices.
Yeah, maybe the lions are infected by some strange thing. But after this happens, Sam says we have to break up camp and move in the middle of the night, because he said people would have heard, if there's people anywhere near here, they would have heard the gunshots.
Yeah, let's definitely move.
Okay.
Okay, so you move, and then the next day, they don't have a picture of this. So you get closer to the mountain, and you see a steep trail that goes partway up the mountain, and you need to do a spot hidden.
3.
You see a trail that goes into a cavern
Look there.
Yeah, I made it by 2.
Oh my god. So yeah, you guys see a cavern that there's a hidden entrance to a cavern that you just happen to really pick out. It's like a natural lava tube. And the soil's this creamy red color. So you see this. What do you want to do?
Creamy.
The what? Say that again?
No, it's a creamy red soil, but I think I know what they mean. You know, if you go to Australia, there's that mountain thing there that's like a red colored soil. Like Ayers Rock, is that what it's called? Ayers.
Yeah, I think that's
And that's different to the rest of the surroundings, or what's so special about it?
It's just unusual color, right?
Okay.
Heck is.
Let me see. Yeah, I'll put a picture of Ayers Rock for you to.
Do you think this is a secret entrance, or we're going on the front door?
You could walk around it and see. So this is in Australia. This is Ayers Rock. So I assume it's this color. It's this type of color.
Can we see, or the, are we there already, or
You're at the. You see this trail. You
okay.
Go up the trail if you want.
I want to see what's in there.
That can hold a lot of stuff inside it.
That is where we are going, actually, right?
Yeah.
Our destination.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we have to go there anyway, so
So you're just gonna walk.
let's
up,
move.
walk
I
up.
would. Or that's my suggestion, at least. No?
Yeah, I think we need to walk.
Yeah, we gotta walk.
Okay.
Walkies.
Walkie, walkie, walkie. Why don't you guys do a spot hidden?
Extreme.
Ooh, hold on.
Bonus die. Yep.
So as you're like saying, let's just walk up
Yeah.
this.
I got a hard success on that
Yeah,
one.
the extreme. You realize there's sentries up there at that cavern area. They're like 3 people in weird headdresses. They're like, but I don't know if you've seen them before. The Cult of the Red Tongue has special headdresses.
Do you have a picture?
Yeah.
I say we kill him.
But they're wearing these headdresses and they're carrying spears. I don't know if there's a. Yeah, I don't think they gave me any pictures. They talk about it. But it's a weird headdress and it has this flap that comes over. It looks like a big red tongue. So definitely when you see it, go, oh, Cult of the Red Tongue, right? Yeah, they don't have a picture. So you see that like at a distance. They're like sitting on a rock in front of the cave entrance, and they're just sort of lounging around. They are sentries, but they don't expect anybody to be here at all.
Yeah. How are we going to get past them?
They are where exactly to the entrance?
They're near the entrance.
So there wouldn't be a possibility to, I don't know, move behind them or something?
Well, if you do a sneak and get a really good sneak, you might be able to.
What about if it's dark?
Ah, that makes it easier.
So I say maybe we can wait until darkness, see if they actually stay awake, all of them. Maybe if only one stays awake, it's way easier. We could sneak past them, or actually take that one out.
So let's ask the shaman. Does he have anything that could help us make them go to sleep? Maybe.
Yeah, looking at spells. He goes, no, but I can speak with birds or snakes,
Hmm.
and that may be able to distract them.
Yeah, yeah. If you get a bird or some snakes to go up there and make some noise off the trail for them to go investigate.
And goes, so I guess your idea is go at night and then do a distraction and try to sneak by.
Yeah.
He goes, yes, that is a good idea. We'll stay here hidden until it gets dark. So Sam has a really good sneak. The old man has an okay sneak.
Turn stealth.
Yeah. So you wait till it's dark, and you notice that they actually do switch out guards, and the guards come from inside the cavern. So there's more people inside.
Mm.
That's probably not a good idea. Is there maybe something like a back entrance they don't know of? I mean, that's
They don't know.
probably.
Maybe when he does his spell, can he ask the snakes and birds if there's maybe a back entrance?
Yeah, exactly. That's a good
Oh,
idea.
good idea. Yeah, so he sends a bird to look around. And they come back and say there isn't. He actually sends a bird into the cavern. And the bird disappears for a while and comes back out. And it chirps some things to him. And he chirps some things to it. It chirps back. And he tells you that inside the cavern, there's another passageway that goes in further into the mountain, and there's another cavern. And there are very unsavory things around there.
Can it tell us if there are more people or mere?
Yeah, there's people in there.
Did he say there's another way in?
No, there's no other way in.
There's no other way in. Can we dress up in their robes, maybe? We don't have their robes, do we?
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. Should be possible to take out like.
I know that's the problem. We're not very good at like quietly subduing.
No.
Well, I am at least good in quietly reaching a point. So.
Yeah, are we gonna be able to silently sneak around tunnels and not be seen when there's a bunch in there?
Yeah.
It's likely we're gonna just run into.
Oh, here's the other shoe. Even if you put on the robes, you guys are white.
That's true.
It's still like, what's wrong with this picture?
Mm-hmm. We're the exchange cultists.
We've been indoors a lot.
I'll ask the military people, the bodyguard and the hunter guy. Do they have any suggestions? How would you go into a cave and sneak in? Like, even if we can get past the sentries, if we can do a diversion.
Well, at least your three black guys can dress up. You guys can't. But so old Bandari says, maybe if we go in, once we're in, maybe it's time to let who is not what she seems out.
Okay. Sounds
Mm.
good.
So we gotta get an entrance. Yeah. Okay.
But after you go in, right? And then,
Yeah.
or even if, let's say, you try to sneak in and the cover's blown, then maybe you
Yeah.
let the chameleon out.
True. Okay. Good idea. So I think the best plan is a distraction. Go at night, wait for the distraction, and then try to sneak in.
Okay. So night, I'll give you a bonus, and then you do a distraction. That's another bonus because he's gonna have some snakes come and bite them and stuff, so they're occupied. So it's actually you get 2 bonus dice with your stealth roll, and these guys actually have really good stealth too.
Because I have a good stealth.
Ow!
Uh-oh.
I rolled it.
Even with 2 bonus dice.
Oh shit! I forgot those. Damn it. Oh, whew, that was a 96. Okay, that's better. That's still hard 6.
Okay, so you got a hard
Success, yeah.
success. They all got their successes. They actually got 1 hard and 1 extreme, and then
Yeah, I'm waiting until they do their thing, and then I'll come in afterwards because I'm not gonna.
okay. So Nate, 2 bonus dice.
Okay. Yeah, let's see here. And I think I have my skill that gives me a bonus die. So
Oh, so basically you still get 2 bonus dice, but it's probably
okay. First roll 59, which is a standard success.
mhm.
So
Oh,
here's a bonus die 40, 49, still a standard success.
Okay. So because how it works is typically you only get at max 2 bonus dice, but then because you have an extra one, it just lowers the difficulty level too. So if you needed a hard success, then a regular success would work. So yeah, so that's fine. So we're down to the doctor.
So you mean I need to make a stealth roll?
Yeah, but you get 2 bonus dice.
Yay! Nope. Okay, I got on the bonus die. I got a hard success.
Okay, so you guys, with the snake biting them and birds flapping around, it just distracts the guards enough, and it's dark that you guys sneak by.
Sneaky, sneaky.
So the first thing you see, it goes in a natural cavern, and there's some weird natural light inside the cavern. There's some dim brownish glow from fungus coating the ceiling. Oh, that's the wrong room. Sorry, wrong room.
Ruh-roh.
So you go in, and there's some lights in there, but like torches and stuff. And in the middle of the cavern, there's a whole bunch of bones and rotting corpses. Further up ahead, you see this like a throne thing. Let me see. A statue. And it's this really tall thing, 15 feet tall. It has like this weird, big long. Its head is this big long thing that looks like a tongue.
Hmm.
And in front of it is this throne. And you guys have to make a sand check looking at the statue.
No, I don't want to look at it.
Okay.
Nope. I did not make it.
Oh, die for sand loss.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. I take a die 4 also.
Boop.
Da-da-da.
Maru.
I make it.
Okay, no loss.
Yes.
And you look around, and then once you go in, like you don't see anybody here really, and then you go further in, and then to the curving around to the right, you see this big iron cage with about 50 or so men, women, and children inside like a metal cage.
Okay, is it guarded?
Yeah, they're not guarded. They see you and they like motion to you because I think you know they're afraid of notifying the guards out in the entrance or maybe somewhere else, but you don't see any guards here. And there's this really horrible smell of decaying meat in the cavern. What do you want to do?
All right, so there's this weird, creepy statue, throne room thing, and then off to one side is the
It's an iron cage with people in it.
iron cage of people, but there's nobody present. There's no guards that we can see.
Yeah, which is odd because they change guards, right?
Yeah.
You don't see any guards here. Like, how'd they
Well,
change guards?
All right. So I turn to our shaman and say, "Where do we do the ceremony?"
He goes, well, I guess this might work, but it takes a long time. If we do it here, I'm afraid the guards outside and maybe the other guards will interrupt us. And
Well, what if we are able to take out the guards at the front, at the entrance, just come up behind them and kill them?
yeah, that'd be good. But there were the other ones that replaced them. Where are they?
Maybe they're doing some kind of a ritual.
Well, there's more to this place than just what we see, right? We haven't even gone into the full room. We're just at the front area.
Yeah, you look and you don't see any other caverns here.
So basically, just this big room with the sanity blasting conversation piece in the center.
Well,
and
it's
then
at the end. It's actually near the end, at the back.
at the
side.
back, I'm wondering if there's like a hidden doorway behind that thing.
Yeah, I had that exact same.
You can go take a look.
I don't want to take a look. I don't want to touch it.
Oh.
But we can always ask people in the cage where the guards are, right?
Yeah. So Sam asks them, and they say, "You need to get us out of here." But they say the guards had come from behind the statue.
Hey, there you go.
So they don't know how or what.
Dad, we didn't have dynamite.
Oh, that's right. And dynamite.
We had dynamite, but I think we left it in Shanghai or something.
Yeah, we couldn't have gotten any here. We weren't able to get any.
Huh.
It's got to be moved, right? There's got to be a way to, like a latch or something, a way to move it.
And then some of the prisoners, they talk to Sam, and they point to one of the walls, and Sam goes there, he digs around there, and then finds, like, keys to the cage.
Uh-huh. Can he ask them where the people come and go from?
Yeah, so they say behind the statue, they don't know how they... Somewhere behind the statue.
All right. Well,
Has to be Elaine.
And so Sam unlocks a cage and frees his people. And in addition to men, women, children, there's like 2 missionaries in there too. So there's 2 token white people.
token white people.
But I mean, if we let them go, they're just going to run out of the cave, and then they're going to alert the guards.
Yeah, but we need to neutralize the guards somehow.
Well, that way the guards would be occupied.
Well, we already used up the salamander or whatever was in the
No,
cage,
you
right?
didn't, not yet.
Well, let's unleash the beast.
But we don't have a place to direct it yet.
We got the guards, so we can, I don't know.
We need to find the hidden. We need to get into the hidden tunnels. So I'm going to look around the statue, like if there's some hinges or scrape marks that show like how it moves.
Okay, do a spot hidden, and I'll give you a bonus die.
Okay. 45 and a bonus die. Nope, doesn't help. But 45 is a hard success.
Yeah, you look around and you. Are you the archaeologist? Or,
Yes.
you want to do an archaeology roll too?
And what's that? What is that background noise? Like, does it sound like bursts of static? Is anyone else?
Sounds like
I heard it. I hear it every now and then.
I'm hearing a lot.
I'm not sure what it is.
Sounds like wind blowing.
Yep.
All right, I don't know.
Is it me?
background?
It's like,
No, I don't hear it.
What?
There it is.
what?
So that's not me. I muted.
Let me try muting.
I don't hear it now.
Yep.
Now you hear
Yeah,
it?
David. Somehow there's something.
I don't know.
It sounds like surf to me, like surf pounding. But yeah, so you look and you realize, yeah, there is something that opens up, but you don't know where the trigger mechanism is.
Okay, archaeology. Here we go.
So it says luck or archaeology. So
Yeah. Archaeology, I'll roll because it's high. So 51. So I got a success.
okay, so you're looking around and you've realized there's some significance to some of the carvings on the wall and stuff behind the statue, and there's a mechanism where you probably have to poke some eye or pull some orifice sticking out somewhere. Probably a tongue, right? You have to pull on some tongue.
Poke an eye. Pull on
Yeah.
a tentacle.
You pull on a
All
tongue,
right.
and a latch. The door unlocks, and you can swing it open, and you see a ramp going up.
Up. Oh, so on the top of the mountain is their crazy get up. Okay. All right. So I found the way in. Do we want to release the Kraken now, or do we want to still be stealthy and go forward? And do we want to cause chaos, or do we want to get further up and find out what's going on?
We should get further up before we start the chaos. My concern is the people that we let go are going to try to get out and alert the guards there.
Yeah, that's why I want to tell what's his name that we'll free them when we come back.
Well, we already let them out of the cage.
Yeah, Sam will let them out of the cage now.
Do we have
Can
any?
stop him?
Well,
Because I want to express to him that yes, we want to free them, but not at the expense of being successful. There are bigger things here that need to happen first. I mean, so say these handful of people get out, but because they compromise the fact that we're here, we fail in our mission. Is that a better result? We need to live and survive and be successful for them to be
So
free.
he would actually unlock the door, but then you need to convince the people not to leave, right? Or to stay quiet until you guys
Sure.
come back.
Sure, they'll do that. Since they've seen what happens to the people that are in the cage, I'm sure they're like, yeah, we'll wait it out. Good.
We're gonna wait. The instant you guys are gone, they're gonna be
Just give me a deck
gone.
of cards. Yeah, no problem. Wink, wink.
But let me put it this way.
Here.
There's 50 of them versus 3 guards outside, right?
well, yeah, they can take them, but I don't know. Okay, they got captured by these people in the first place, so it's my doubt as to their combat ability is,
But 50 against 3, they'll beat them.
Yeah.
But you
All
may
right.
Yeah, but
ask them how come they got captured and how they get in here. And all
I think
this.
what'll happen is, they'll burst out and they'll all get away, or a lot of them will get away. But then the first thing those cultists are going to do is like run back to the cells to find out what's going on, and then see them all opened, and then want to sound the alarm. So, I mean, from the time we release these people, we have minutes at the most before we have the alarm being sounded behind us. I mean, I just think, can we convince Sam that, and maybe we can convince, maybe we can convince the shaman, and the shaman can convince Sam that, the mission's in jeopardy if we let them go. I know we want to save them, and it's the right thing to do, but the better thing is to help us be successful in the mission by maintaining the stealth, and then we'll free them afterwards.
Okay, so the shaman guy's going to try to persuade them not to leave until you guys come back.
Okay. If that's the best we can do.
Oh, I rolled 94.
Like, yeah.
yeah, we're gonna run for it.
Yeah.
Okay. We tried.
Yeah, they're all in the cage. What is that? Pointing over our shoulder, and when we look, they're gone.
Can I try to push it and
Good.
well, and like as I see that they don't comply.
So here's the thing: if you push and succeed, you'll get them to stay. If you fail, then the 3 guys outside heard all this commotion and they're coming.
Okay. What's my skill again? Okay. Oh God. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, so they're streaming out,
Fuck.
but that's
Okay.
okay. They'll beat the 3 guys.
We better move. Then we better move.
Yeah, so let the horde of villagers take care of the 3 cultists, and we'll run up the ramp.
Yeah.
Okay. You go up the ramp. Now you see the weird brown glow coming from the fungus-covered ceiling.
All right.
And then in this cavern, there are weird arms and stuff, which is funny, which makes me think, oh, well, maybe I should give you this map just to... It doesn't matter. There's no real secret.
Okay.
Let me get the file. It's interesting. It has all these things coming out that almost looks like that's page 145. Here, let me show you the room you were in because it had secret stuff. I'll show you that first. So this was the one you came in. You came in from the south.
Yeah.
And then,
Okay.
so basically, that's the cage was there. You wouldn't see it until you go around the corner, and then the keys were on a wall, and then there's the throne, and then the secret passage.
Got it. Okay. Nice.
And then I'll give you.
So they're like cannibals.
Well, something's hungry.
Yeah, that's true.
Where's map 2? Where's my map 2? There it is. Let me drop it. So you're coming through this ramp, and this is a weird shape things. Like there's all these lava tubes going out, and then there's a stone altar in the middle, and there's these pillars and more bones and another throne. And
Do you see anybody?
Yeah, this one. Well, let me describe the stuff and I'll tell you where the people are. There's
This is
six,
where the rave is.
there's 6 columns. Each support the roof of the temple. The shapes are of swollen suckered tentacles carved from stone. The column reads in grotesque fashion as though at a slow movement rate. There's iron loops embedded in the columns, and they look like the loops. They're iron chains with like shackles on the columns. And it looks like there's a way of raising the shackles, so it looks like you can shackle people up and then pull them up. The
writhing tentacles?
Yeah. But it's sort of almost imperceptible. You have to make an idea roll to realize they sort of move. So everybody can make an idea roll.
Okay. I made it. 0-6.
Then
so I see they sort of move.
Yeah, then you automatically lose die 3 sand.
Oh, great. Glad I made it. Okay. Oh, only 1 point. That's not terrible.
So you go, oh, wait, it is moving.
Yeah, I didn't quite make it, so
so you don't quite know.
I'm not spending the 2 luck to make it. No.
You don't see that they not quite move. All right.
Yeah.
How about Marlene?
I made it too.
Oh, you made it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you lose your die 3 sand?
But I made my thing, my roll.
Yeah, if you make your idea, then you lose die 3 sand.
Yeah, if you make it, you discover secrets you didn't want to know.
Damn it!
Yeah. They're moving.
Oh no. No, they're not.
So, and then the surfaces is... Oh, so the surface on the walls and floors, there's symbols and stuff on the walls, and there's images that look like it's unrecorded history. Let's see, there's a stone altar, which is a large bluish stone, about 3 by 3 by 7, which doesn't look like what's on the map. Let's see.
I see I see something called Throne of the Mother. Do we see that?
Yeah, and then there's these 3 pits. I don't think you can see into it, but there's like these pits with like a grill on top, right? And Throne of the Mother. Yeah, she's not in the other room, so she's here. So you see... remember that original picture of the group?
Yar.
What group?
Remember the
Carlisle expedition?
Yeah, the Carlisle expedition.
Oh, the Carlisle expedition, yeah.
Remember the girl in the very front?
In the girlfriend or whatever? Or the
yeah, the girlfriend?
The socialite?
Yeah, the socialite. You recognize that she's there, but it's her, because it's her face, but her body is now this weird pulsating mass of flesh.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like pulsating, and it's like a big bag of flesh underneath her neck. Her eyes...
She's like that chick from that was the movie with Nathan Fillion. Blanking on the name of that. The little worms that got into people.
Yeah, and then her eyes are yellow, like jaundiced.
I didn't see that.
You're like, whatever, Dave.
I never saw that movie.
Her eyes are jaundiced, and her head sort of bobbles back and forth, and she's like singing some sort of college song or something like that. It's sort of weird, and you have to make sand checks.
Ah!
She's whacked out, huh?
Yeah.
She's whacked out. I made it.
Did I make it? Did I make it? Did I make it? Did I make it? Yeah, I made it.
Okay, you lose die 3 if you make it.
For making it? Okay.
Tell me if you fail.
1 point.
Oops. 3-sided die. Roll. I lost a sanity point.
I made it.
You lose die 3?
Again.
Yeah.
2.
Hey, just think of it this way. It'd be worse to not make it.
Yeah, true.
So you guys all made it. That's good.
Yeah.
So you pause and you realize her body's all bloated and everything. You remember that newspaper article way back when?
What one?
Remember
Way
when
back.
looking at Aerobi Star and Marlene immediately recognized that Hypatha Masters was probably pregnant?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, she's got the devil in her.
Okay.
And so that
Movie I was thinking was Slither.
that flashes through your head and you're like looking at her and you're like, oh.
Dang.
Time for a C-section.
Time for an abortion, more like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, that's gross.
Oh yeah, there's the movie Slither, where it's the scene where this lady has been impregnated by an alien parasite, and she's basically this huge, barn-sized, just round ball of flesh with just a tiny head on it, and the thing's all writhing, and it's all nasty.
Does
It's
it pop and come out of her?
Yeah, she explodes, and all these little brain parasites fly over the place. Yeah, it's one of James Gunn's first movies.
I mean, is it good? Is it worth watching? Or is it...
Yeah, it's cheesy good. It's got Nathan Fillion, the guy from Firefly, is in it. He plays the hero.
Okay.
And he's it's kind of I would say it's on par with like Army of Darkness in terms of like schlocky comedy horror type stuff.
So it kind of doesn't take itself seriously. It kind of has like comedy moments.
Yeah, there's comic moments. I mean, it's a serious horror movie, but there's levity in it. But it's worth watching, especially if you're into that weird stuff.
So you see this, and of
Anyway.
course there's some guards here, and you see also
Guards, okay.
Yeah, also near the throne with some other people, you see the mother, right?
Yeah, that was that.
The African lady.
Ooh, I think we should release the lizard.
I think you're right. First, let's divvy up the artifacts. Like let's take the what is it the fly swatter. I'll take the fly swatter. You want to take the little ones you cross to protect yourself from the spell?
Sure, that sounds good.
Okay, and then we'll give what's his name, the old guy, the one that gives them power.
Okay. So you see that, and then you let go of the chameleon.
Yeah.
So when you open the cage with the chameleon, it starts to grow in size, and it becomes like this giant creature.
Yeah, go get him.
Sick of Fido.
Run.
So remember
What
the chameleon,
creature?
when you were feeding it with flies and stuff, it has this long tongue that shoots out and grabs flies and eats it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna fight tongues with tongues.
So it starts growing. It's a size 64, which is 64 times 5, right? It's big. It's like a size 300. So maybe 300 is maybe the size of a bigger than a cow, right? So yeah, so it grows to the size of like a car, right? Car size.
Yeah, there we go.
So like, during any of this, has the shaman guy told us like where we need to do the ritual? Has he detected that at all?
Well, the thing was, the ritual takes a long time to cast.
Uh-huh.
Basically, you need to make sure you guys don't get attacked while casting it. So
Yeah.
So last time I just let you guys do it, but actually it takes hours to cast. So
Oh my gosh. Oh Jesus. Okay.
I think they don't want you to just throw the spell and run away. They want you to
Yeah.
clear out the area before.
All right, well,
Okay, so let me look up what her dex is. Her dex, holy smokes, is 80.
wow.
So she's sort of surprised you guys are here. And the good news is this is not time of a ritual, so there's not like a whole bunch of people partying out here like the Matrix.
Yeah. The Matrix. Start listening to rave music in the dank cavern.
Yeah.
Flicking their sweat on each other.
Ew.
So, actually, you guys have guns. So you guys actually... Marlene goes first. Who do you want
You
to
take out the Imwuru.
Myself.
You get a bonus die.
Thanks. I look at the others. Do I see you guys already going for a specific target?
Yeah, you go first, so you don't know.
I'm probably a little bit unnerved, so I shoot the thing.
Oh, the pregnant thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's hard success.
Oh, that's good. Roll your damage.
Yep. 3. Well, better than nothing.
Yeah, you hit her and she's bleeding, but now she's screaming something, right? You hit her. Okay, 3. Next. Nate.
Okay, I'm gonna let her go with both barrels at the.
Oh, you're gonna
the
shoot
priestess.
You're gonna shoot the. Who are you
The
shooting?
priestess.
The
We gotta
priestess.
take out the
Okay.
priestess. Yeah, I think we gotta.
So how they work is you have to roll separately, but each one will
Oh.
do the same damage. So I'm
Okay.
gonna do-
All right. Then yeah, I gotta do it. Gotta do it.
But there's no penalty for firing twice.
There is a penalty or no?
No, there isn't for
Oh,
the
okay.
double barrel.
Okay. First one for 15. That is a hit. So let's see how much. 15 because my skill is 40. So 15 is a hard.
Yeah, so it's just regular damage. 3 dice.
And 0-5. Woo!
Wow.
Yes!
Okay,
Thank God.
so you basically did max damage. What was it 3d6 plus 4?
3d6 plus 4. Yeah.
And then you do regular damage, so it's like 18, 22, and then you have to roll another 8, 30. It's 30 plus another 6d6. So you open fire the elephant gun, both barrels. How do you kill her?
Nice.
Yeah. Woo! It's like we hit her square in the neck, and it's just like it blows her head from her body,
Okay.
and the head just explodes upwards and bounces off the top of the cavern in a
So-
big gout of blood.
So let me add a little stuff to make it look more interesting. So you do that just as she's there and she sees you, she's raising her arms. You see, like from those 3 pits, like a column of army ants start coming out of the pit, like some weird form shape. It's actually sort of reminds you of that guy that was playing the pipe organ right in the ship.
Mm.
And then another pit has other creatures coming out, but just as you kill her, like one's full of snakes and one's full of rats, and they're like coming out of the pit, and just as you shoot her, it's like this wave of stuff that falls back into the pit, right?
Damn. She commands the evil the creatures of the.
Yeah, of army ants, snakes, and rats. But you kill her just as she's trying to pull them out of there to
Nice.
like swamp you with a wave of vermin. Okay, so that's a really good shot, Nate. Then the
They don't get better
doctor
than that. That's pretty amazing.
is the
All right,
doctor
so-
going to perform an abortion.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Regrettable, but
Abort with extreme prejudice.
pretty much nasty. All right, so let me see if I can do it though. So Roll them dice. Roll them dice. Gonna spend 10 points so I can make it. All right. Whoops. Too many points. Boom. All right. So I just hit her.
Okay, do your damage.
It's 2d6. 12 points.
Exactly. You had 15, so that's it. You kill her exactly with your rifle shot.
Blam! Put her out of her misery.
Awesome.
All right, so when she dies, does the thing stop moving, or is it still moving? Like her belly or whatever?
Yeah, I think it'll...
Regrettable, but yeah. So there were other cult guys here, weren't there? Or they got sucked up by the...
We'll have the chameleon just take care of them, chase them around.
All right, so I think we've cleared out the area, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we're going to perform...
Then you can do the spell.
All right, I just rolled for my temporary magic points. I only have 6 temporary magic points from the Crook and
That's
Broken
pretty
Hawk.
good.
So...
And then, do we want to give it to the shaman, or I guess we gave him one that gives him magic.
Yeah,
points.
he has one too.
Yeah, I will invest those 6 points. That's a really good. That's a really good.
And then the Crook and Ankh, he said it gives 1d20 magic
Yeah.
points, right?
Well, that's why I said I rolled and I got 6.
Oh, you rolled for that one. Okay.
Yeah, so I
there's
rolled for that one.
One that gives you immediately like 6 or something.
Yeah, so I will give those up for the
Okay.
ceremony. So for the Crook and Ankh, it says 1d. It absorbs 1d10 magical damage points. Is
Yeah,
that
like
each
if they-
time?
Well, per day, I think. So,
That's
yeah,
pretty
resets
awesome.
every day.
All right, so wow, that's awesome.
so if they do spells
that's
that
great.
do damage, it'll suck up that much damage. So let me look up the eye of light and dark. We'll just see who might get damaged with this, but dark. Okay, there it is. Oh wow. Okay. That's what I. So how many points? How many of the magic points that you were putting in from that? You
I'm
got
putting
5,
in 6.
And then there was another 6 from one of the other items, so that's 12.
And then can I like it? Is it? I have magic points, but do I need to invest permanent, or how does it work?
So here it takes POW points really, but I'm
Well,
going to
so-
substitute some with magic points. So,
The thing is, it says it drains between 5 to 20 POW permanently from casters until spell activates.
yeah.
So, but how long does it take for the spell to activate?
Oh, I know. I'm not going to tell you.
But I mean, in terms of like mechanics, you'll say, "Oh, by the way, your POW is returned to you," or something, or
None of the POW is permanent loss.
because the way it's written, it makes it sound like that it's permanent until, and this is until spell activates. So that means
No. So it keeps on draining points in a
Oh,
random
okay,
fashion of all the people doing
Oh,
the spell.
Oh.
gotcha. Like
all right,
And then once it reaches a certain amount, then the spell activates. And how you know
Okay.
it activates is the eye disappears.
all right. Well, I'm giving up the ones. I'm giving up the 6. You know that
Yeah,
I.
so basically, if you get randomly hit, it'll take the 6 out of you, right?
All right.
yeah.
But
Right.
basically, they draw the eye, it's visible.
Uh-huh.
And then they do the people who are doing the ritual stand in some sort of ritual circle, and then it
Mhm.
randomly sucks POW out of people until it powers the spell. And then you know it powers the spell because the eye disappears because it's not visible to not the people who didn't cast the thing. And so that way the bad guys don't know the eye's there. They can't see it.
All right.
Okay, so you're gonna like roll to see who it randomly hits, or like until we reach
so
the.
who's gonna participate?
I'll participate.
Okay, so Nate, the doctor, Sam is the
Shaman.
shaman, and his body.
Of course, too.
Oh, so all 6.
Or should we have
So
someone
we have a
who
threshold.
doesn't?
We have a threshold of the amount of power we have to reach to dispel, right?
Yeah. But should someone stay out of it? No, right? There's no reason.
Yeah, I think we all need to contribute. To
Yeah.
Well, the more
Okay.
people that participate, the less damage per person we should experience, right?
Yeah.
Because we're going to spread it out.
So I rolled, and the first guy is actually the shaman got hit first.
Okay. Yeah, take it all.
So he lost some. He lost
Suck 'em
some.
dry.
You're not dead.
Then. Oh, it's him again. Lucky guy.
Ooh, wow.
No.
Takes another 5. But he has a lot of power, actually. So
So remember, he has some from the.
yeah. So the doctor. So,
Although, honestly, why did we give it to him? We should have protected ourselves.
but the thing is, the people are in until it's over, or
Yeah.
until you fall out. So if you leave, then you can't come back in again, right?
Yep.
So the doctor. 20. You got the max 20 POW minus the 6. So
So that's 8. So is that 8? No, that's 14.
yeah, so it's 14.
So those magic points or POW? Actual POW?
It's actual POW, but I'm letting you spend the magic points as if they were POW first.
Okay, so then I'm going to drop that. All right.
And then actually the next one was the bodyguard. 6. Oh, Marlene.
1.
20 POW off your POW.
Oh,
Hey,
fuck.
And then Nate. 15.
Oh shit.
So let me
Okay. Damn.
getting there. Up to 75. Oh, the one of those guys. And then 3. Oh, you guys are lucking out. Oh, that's it. The other 2 guys were the NPCs. So it got up to the point.
nice.
Nice.
So I'll tell you the points now. It's 100. It has
Wow.
to be 100.
That's a lot of power to sacrifice.
That is a lot.
So you guys do this for about a few hours, and then as each round goes, it's maybe 15 minutes or whatever, right? So several hours later of chanting and doing the ritual, then the eye sort of vanishes, but you can sort of see it with your third eye, the outline of the eye. It's like this very faint translucent eye. You can see it glows. And you can see it actually, it sucks in the power from the surrounding area. And you can see like these wisps of light come from the altar also start heading toward the eye. Like the eye consumes like the bad energy. And it slowly does that over time. And it'll just sort of drain all the magic points out of the area. But
Nice.
the shaman goes, "Oh, you have done a great deed for our people. Now we leave this accursed place."
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm all down for that.
Let's search it first. Is there anything of value, any artifacts or anything?
I'm looking, and there is nothing of value.
So, so
Nothing.
this has become a murder hobo thing.
Let's see. The altar stone. No, they tell you how to destroy it. the
Climb the idol and pry the rubies out of its
I
eyes.
know. Well, something that'll help us. We have to do this 2 more times, expectantly.
No, one more time.
One more time.
In Australia.
Wait. I'm sorry, what?
Australia.
We have to go to Australia?
Yeah.
I thought we were
There's
going back.
Australia and Egypt.
I thought Egypt.
Well, that's what Brady said before. He was saying Kenya and Australia. He didn't say anything about Egypt.
Oh, I thought okay.
But you're not sure. I mean, you could go to Egypt.
Well, if Brady knows, then we may have to go there eventually, but we'll follow
You're
it.
closer to Egypt right now.
Yeah, but if he says, I mean, we can always go to Egypt again later if it doesn't do it. But if he says it's in Australia, he's pretty knowledgeable, or was pretty knowledgeable.
Yeah, that's funny. There's nothing here. Yeah, there's nothing here.
That's just a poor stereotype. The African cult is poor.
They're a pile of bones.
Yeah.
That is really weird. Yeah, there's like no books, no library, nothing. I guess it's an oral tradition.
Yeah, really.
But let me see what you get. You did this, so you actually get some sand regain. So you guys get the hell out of Dodge. You get to do all your advancement and everything. And there is a sand regain. Let me see. I think it's...
Okay. Do you roll dodge to improve? If you made it?
Yeah. If you rolled your dodges, succeed it, then roll to fail your dodge and fail it goes up to I-10. Just like everything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking up the sand regain. Where is it? Yep, you get a die 20 sand gain for warding a spot. So. Which I forgot to give you, I think, for Shanghai, right?
No, we got it.
Oh,
I don't think it was that high. I don't remember it being that high though.
Okay,
but
so for
I don't
that,
either.
roll another die 10 because I think I only gave you die 10 or something. I didn't give you die 20.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you get die 20 for putting down a ward.
20. Okay.
You rolled a 20 finally?
No, I rolled a 1. Isn't that wonderful?
1?
Yeah.
I have now 89. No,
Sand?
97 sand.
What's your
You are
cocoon
stable.
with
That's
those?
why you don't believe any of this
Wait,
shit.
what's your cocoon with those?
0.
0?
Although, should I get one now?
Not yet.
Oh yeah, I didn't go crazy. Yeah.
We're going to
Oh.
cram that Cthulhu mythos down your throat. Start believing this shit now.
No.
This wasn't all hallucination.
Uh-oh.
Well, all in all, I'd say that went pretty well,
Yeah, it was.
considering.
Yeah.
Do we get luck?
Yeah.
So yeah, how does luck work? You gotta roll above it, same thing, and then what do you get, a D10?
Yeah, if you fail, you get a die 10.
Get that one. 6 points of luck, please.
Oh shit, no.
So what they had is if this is the time of the birthing, then the room's full of like 10,000 people. And then you have to fight your way to her, and then of course when she gives birth, the father has to be there.
The father has to be there.
Yeah,
Great.
great. Mm.
Yeah. He's handing out cigars and slapping you on the back.
And you know, if the father's there, it's the 100 with the percentile in sand loss, right?
Mhm. No, we don't want that.
No.
Please. Wow, my skills are really doing well. That probably means I will die next time.
So yeah, I'll show you the rave picture. They have a rave.
So what was it? So the thing that was going to be born, was that like the thing that would help open the gate? It's kind of like it would be a conduit.
So this is the rave picture.
Oh, really?
That's a Muru.
Yeah. So, well, you killed everybody. There's no way to ask.
But I'm just assuming that was the case, right? Because all these places are there to be like opening the gate. So in China, it was that rocket that they were going to use. So here it was, I'm thinking it was the child. The child was the spawn of Nyarlathotep.
Yeah. So now that you realize there's like, where we talked about the mask? I mean, Nyarlathotep has various masks.
Yes.
So this campaign's called Masks of Nyarlathotep. So it's all the aspects of him.
Yeah, I mean, like the cults are all different, but they all worship him. So they all worship a different god that's an aspect of him.
Yeah.
Even Nyarlathotep realizes that you got to have cultural diversity. You can't have the Africans worshiping a white Chinese girl.
That's an interesting, yeah.
He's a equal opportunity.
He is. He knows that does not test well in the PR world. Nyarlathotep, celebrating a destruction through cultural diversity at the end of time.
We do not discriminate. Equal opportunity insanity.
Oh man.
So yeah, so I guess Australia, right? Is that where we want to go next?
Yeah.
Go to Egypt. So you could do Australia and then do the third one, which actually creates a triangle, and that actually covers a whole area. It does something. And then Egypt is like a bonus place because they expect you to go to Egypt first, but it has some interesting things if you want to see Egypt. The only thing is, I feel Australia is okay, but it's not as interesting as Egypt.
Okay.
So let me turn off the podcast.
But if we have